stream. Just need to manage this a little bit. There we go. There we go. That should be good. It's good. Do we have audio from me? It's good. Do we have audio? We do indeed. So hello people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are going to be continuing... Okay, that's a little bit loud. We're going to be continuing the Amazoness.com event by ascending to ascending Artemis Temple. That's totally what I meant to say. Yep. Haven't done anything with it since last stream because, you know, I want to do it all on stream. Does mean it is going to take a little bit longer to do, but oh well. Nothing really here. I just have a bunch of... Do I have any foes in here? I have a single set of foes that I have no idea why I have that and nothing else. And then I have the various chocolates, which will expire soon, so I have to remember to grab those. But yeah, nothing really much else. There's not really anything to stall. There's no news or anything, so let's just proceed forwards to floor 21. Because, you know, I do wish to not be at this for all day after all. Let's lead with Spartacus, I think. Yeah, Spartacus will be fine. Poor you at the very bottom of the pack. She'll work her way up there, eventually. But yeah, just taking my time with this, I guess, technically. I still have to finish the Nuzlocke before next week Friday, but that's a future me problem. Not the best of turns, but not terrible, I suppose. Yeah, need to get these bronze servants used first here, because they will be very much not useful as the later floors come along. Yeah, I did half the health of the big thing. That says a lot. At the very least, it is only a bronze tier enemy, so it should go. It won't only get one attack off a turn. So it'll be a bit of a time consumption, but we'll get this in the end. Would expedite faster if I got a Brave Chain, but this is fine. I should also probably throw the guts on Spartacus here soon, just for safety's sake, but it's fine. It can wait a minute or so. Spartacus still has his heals going after all. And this is when we do this, just to be safe. Okay, we've got this next turn for sure now. Because, yeah, easy done. Yeah, I do need to be cautious with who I use as far as low rarities. I know with my roster I could probably get through the remainder of Artemis Tower solely on high rarity servants if I wish to, but I don't really know if I want to because there's still the second half of the event to worry about, which is going to be another 100 floors, which is probably going to take another 2 freaking streams to do, because the game is cruel like that, I suppose. Okay, let's see. We'll give Bunyan here, just because, you know, again, the low rarity berserkers aren't going to be too useful in the later floors, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But we'll get them out of the way now so that, you know, they've served their purpose. Oh wow, this one's even weaker still. And we got a Brave Chain from Bunyan, so I feel relatively confident about this. That will actually help out even more. That will not, though. Okay. Bunyan might actually take this one down in one go. Might is the key word here. I suppose this will see if Bunyan is stronger than Spartacus, nothing else. It's close. I would say Spartacus might have a higher attack stat because Spartacus would have wiped out that assassin. But it doesn't really matter because we've got it with this chain, hopefully. Okay, the crit got it. I've got so many servants that still need leveled up, it's ridiculous, but I gotta wait on the foes. As well as other materials to skill up. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is Hyde as the current next contestant. Yeah, Hyde is the next one. I'm pretty sure I'm lacking dust for him. Oh, and a saber. Well, that is quite convenient since one of the next ones up was an archer in Arash. How utterly convenient. Unless it's multiple waves. But even then, the multi-wave ones actually do tend to have weaker enemies in the front line in the first wave, so it could still be fine. Could is the key word here. It is a multi-wave. Okay. And these guys are a little bit tougher than I had hoped. I did see that I had a brave chain there a little too late. Well, now we're in a pickle. Because I know I can't use Arash's NP without losing. And in fact, just knowing that, I think I will have to withdraw and bring in a different servant here. Yeah. Withdraw and we'll try again with somebody stronger because, unfortunately, yeah, we wouldn't be able to manage that with the rush. So it is currently 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10 that has the stronger enemies tendency. Honestly, Paris might not be a bad choice here. He's single target. Yeah, we'll go with Paris. The single target ones are going to be a little bit more tricky to figure out where to place them, but we'll do it. Oh, what a lovely first turn. Fantastic, even, some could say. I'm going to go level of order here. No, not the level of order. Planners. Just to confirm that I was right that Jekyll does require dust, but I do not currently possess. Again, a stupendously amazing turn. We just need to be very cautious now, because one wrong move will get us killed. HP recovery is good to know about. So what I could do is I could NP here. Lower the enemy count down. But there's no guarantee I would get another NP charge before the next round. I do think that is probably for the best, insofar as a, trying to search for a word here, survival standpoint. Okay, there's Hyde. 666, yeah, it's gonna be 73 dust, 15 bones. I might have the bones, but I know I don't have the dust. Yeah, not the evasion, but the heal. Good, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got everything except for the dust. Next up is gonna be Blue 2. He's the current second position. Night anticipating Halloween! I probably don't even need that. I can just do this and I should hopefully have enough oomph to push through the night. Fingers crossed here. There's Lubu. Lubu is also going to require Destiny, but he's also going to require Bones. Oh, the top two positions are probably going to not go right away just because I don't have the mats. That's highly annoying. B, A, Q. Yeah, that is highly annoying. Charlotte is even one. Her, I can definitely see me having everything. Fingers crossed. Charlotte. There she be. Get the evasion up just to be safe. The AQ. Let's see here. Charlotte requires of me a small amount of dust, much more reasonable. Yeah, Charlotte should be well improved. I could dedicate. See, I only have 13 bones. I'm gonna need upwards of 120-ish between the two of Jekyll and Lubu. Decisions. Bazaka. For this one, I'm definitely gonna just need to grab somebody that's AoE and won't just die. Salieri. Because this one should also be a 2 waiver. 2 waiver. Nice. Funny. Not really, but Let's see if I'm correct in that estimate. I am indeed. So 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10 will always be multi-ones. Lovely. It's just gonna keep getting harder and harder. This one might actually be a little bit more annoying. Because they are putting the hurt on poor Salieri here. It's probably not a bad move. Get the heal. We'll wipe out this one at the very least this turn. Oh, lovely crits. Very lovely crits. Just wish they'd stop attacking poor Salieri. Honestly, the crits might be enough to punch through these guys. They are not. So there's still one left, that's fine. It's only attacking once, so that is to my advantage. Alright, next wave should hopefully go down. Fingers crossed I manage it. Green only ordering rare items. And we actually have an Arts Brave chain, which will greatly benefit us here. I feel relatively confident we will wipe this wave out, no issues, but I will evade just to be safe. Better safe than sorry, as the phrase goes. It's also interesting that she somehow has a greater star weight as a berserker. I don't really look at the star weight that much, but... Very well done, Soleri. Very well done. Ooh, more bones. More embers. I have no idea how full my inventory is of embers at this point. Let's see. Casters. We can probably get away with Hans here. Probably is the keyword. Unless they throw a curveball at us, I suppose, but we should be fine here with Hans. I thought for a second I accidentally brought, what's-his-face in the party, Babbage, but no, that's just one of those two berserkers roaring, I suppose. But yeah, fire off the entity. Get those crits. Stars rolling in here as well, because I completely forgot to use Hans's skills. Yeah, this is fine at this point. And then... doot. Ooh, that was a nice crit. Thank you for taking out one of the berserkers. Preparation Overseer. Your service is greatly appreciated. I just feel like I need to pop my neck. Sanson. Procured it all with recommendations, and he has Delivery Executioner Sword, increased crit hit delivery rate. Lovely stuff. Absolutely lovely. Anderson, please stay alive. We actually need to take Sanson out quickly before he gets an NP off. Not bad hit, but not the greatest. Okay. Yeah, straight attack buff is fine. And then an Arc's Chain is probably honestly the best option here. Maybe. I was hoping I would crit more than I did. Very clearly the game does not agree with me. And keep stacking up the buffs, you know? This could be annoying. This could be very annoying. Throw the evasion first. But yeah, Sansa needs to die. Because I don't want a death proct. Oh, that crit could have done it. I think that crit did it for us. Oh, the crit saves the day. Huzzah. Oh, you remove my evasion. Which? Well, that's quite annoying. But we should be fine? I hope. I guess it's actually definitely a good thing I got rid of Sanson, because Sanson would have probably gone after that silver one, and I would have not had the evasion. So yeah. pretty conveniently good. And game set match. Chain. Oh. It's amazing how time flies when you're doing these, by the way. 5 floors in and 20 minutes have already passed. Scared of wisdom. Alright. Archer. I could probably get away with Muninori. Yeah, probably can get away with him. Fingers crossed.
Well done.
Let's see. Probably could get away with a turn 1 NP. Yeah, that should be fine. Actually, first, just to be safe. And plow forwards. Mori. Oh, right, these guys. They're the ones that buff their friends. Almost forgot about that, to be honest. Well, I did forget about it. Until it just happened, but same difference. Okay. And with no defensive debuffs, Mori is gonna smash him. Probably would be wise to deal with the one that's already almost dead, but luck via Lady Tonight. That's actually very lucky. Okay, easy enough. Assassin Monuments, 27, Caster. Georges is the next contestant. Easy enough. Just decide this time. Again. Once more. Double waves. Okay, so it's starting to spread even further. That's gonna be quite annoying, to be completely honest. Even more and more. I mean, at the very least, we don't have many low rarity servants still to go. Arash, though, is one that we have, so he's gonna be a bit of a pain to slot in. I could probably get away with doing this. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, get away with doing this. Okay, we got away with it very nicely. Just take out Beowulf, damn it! There we go. We'll regain NP this turn. And have NP for the next one. May as well get the defense up at this point. He could use a slight heal, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine. And just start blasting. As expected, we know where his damage range is. Yeah, might as well just keep shooting for those NPs. So we have NP for next turn. We could, with enough finesse, we could definitely do it in one turn, but I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna go for the safer result. And easy go here. Hopefully. Should be easy go. And easy done. Prisms. Riders. May as well bring in the Swallow Slayer himself. One of the last 1-stars in the roster, with only Arash beating him out. And then Sanson and Angry Mango are the last of the below 3 stars, and then we're gonna get a little bit more consistent, I feel. Kyo does need to be exhausted before too long here, because, yeah. And as expected. Kojiro does not have as good of NP generation as others, so I'm not gonna risk an NP here. No, it's better to do it this way. Kojiro, okay. That slightly hastens the process. Slightly. Honestly, we do need it to just be Kojiro here, otherwise it's gonna be a... There we go. Theoretically, we should be capable of BAQing the rest of this. Safety heal. And BAQ. Let's see if my estimates are right. Okay, so the crit definitely threw off the calculations there, but I feel relatively confident in the prowess of Sasaki Kojiro. Okay. Not bad, not bad. This is where it might get a little more tricky. Bug spray, please. Nice. Definitely NP right off the bat. More crit stars is actually a pretty good thing. Reshuffle them. Okay, that's a little bit better. And crit strike. Alright, Kojiro. Please cut down this overly large crystalline swallow. Whatever. Swallow. Very good hit there. We should have this within the next 2 turns. Oh, we definitely have this. Honestly, just go for the Crit Star Gather at this point. We can keep that up consistently through the next turn. We should have a Buster Arts Quick Barrage with the best of them. Close. Very, very close. But this should be enough. We got the Buster Crit regardless. Alright, alright. Easy enough, easy enough. So Arash is probably gonna have to be a, if the first floor doesn't have a double wave, it's gonna have to be when we use Arash Berserkers. I think this is the point where we bring in Kyo. It's also gonna have to be the same thing with Angry Mango here. Though again, I'm getting very much doubtful that we're gonna be seeing one wave enemy things here in the up and up. I'm relatively confident Kyo should be capable of wiping out the second wave with just an MP. I have to try. Let's see what the damage range was. So 7,000 on a basic Buster hit. We'll be fine, I suppose. Go for Crit Star Gen. Focus. Knew it wasn't going to be much, but something's better than nothing. Definitely get this heal off right away. And again, Crit Star Gen. Alright, Kyo. We really need to make sure we destroy this biggin. Because otherwise we are in a large amount of trouble. Yeah, this is gonna be a troublesome situation. Hopefully that single evasion will work through enough. Okay, we need to kill it this turn. Otherwise, we are SOL. Honestly, Buster Blast. We should have this. Yep, we got this. Okay, that was a little closer. Too close for comfort, but we got it in the end. Gallstone, and now for floor 30, which will be a unique boss of some sort. And more foes. I really need to, you know what, before I even go further, I want to check. What does this look like? Yeah, it's starting, I imagine it's starting to get pretty full here. Shop would be the quickest way of telling me. Oh yeah, we're getting very close to capacity here. Because it's just plopping these in here. Annoying. Highly annoying. Heroes will not get special treatment. Archer. So we need to bring a decent enough Lancer. Part of me wants to bring Lambda, but... and honestly, I should bring Lambda. Lambda will serve pretty nicely against most things here, since she is capable of looping. Switch this out since Captain Chaldea is done. We're working on the Arctic uniform. How close is this? Railbrand isn't going to be as hard as Arctic, but... And honestly, let's actually do that then. Actually, for this one, NP strength is probably better served. Yeah. Okay. We'll go with this squad. I don't foresee too many issues. Ow. Just banged my wrist against my keyboard holder thing. I don't know what you would call it. Part of my desk, I guess? That smell, I recognize that smell. So you noticed. My perfume today is Vive la France No. 5, the only thing cosmic actress Crystal Marie ever wore to bed. It has a wonderful, elegant aroma, don't you think? No, it's not that. What I smell up ahead is the smell of a Greek man. And the most Greek man I know is a kill. Fo-fo-fo. Don't go berserk on the clock, Miss CEO. Amazonas. There we go. That should help me stay calm for now. What in the world was that, outburst just now? Well, that was our company anthem. That's the song that symbolizes Amazonas.com's inverse. I commissioned the famous composer, Ducius P. to write it for us not too long ago. It is certainly not the most complex piece of music, but I do enjoy it for how it lifts one's spirits. I use it to mark important events, such as our new employee welcome party, or to relieve stress the instant I feel the onset of it, like I did just now. It is nothing if not bracing. I see. Alright, now that we have collected ourselves, let's keep moving. I believe our next customer is ahead. Greek man, is it Herc? That'd be kind of funny. Slightly off here. Yeah, you're right. I can't put my UB on it, though. Something off. I'm not seeing anything that's clearly out of place on our end. But I also have complete trust in your instincts, Master. If something is right, I'll go ahead and raise the alert level by 1. In the meantime, it looks like we found this floor's resident. And it is... Orion! And honestly, kind of surprising that he's on this floor. Recognize him, that's definitely Orion, the non-bear one. Oh, it's you guys. So you finally made it here, huh? He does seem to be a Greek man, but it's not him. He's much too broad for that. Easy there, CEO. You can do this. Alright, we're from Amazonas.com. I apologize for the delay. I'll take it you are Mr. Best Hunter in all of Greece? Yeah, that's right. That's why I came here. And I've been waiting here ever since. Nope. The more I think about it, the less it makes sense. Less what makes sense, man. My reasons for being here, know what I mean? I can't say that we do. Although, since this is Artemis Temple, it does make sense that you'd be here. There, my point exactly. Don't you think it's awful that that's the only reason I'm here? What do you mean? Well, I can't refuse to answer a question from a woman as pretty as you, can I? Ryan, you definitely don't want to do that. Just saying it now. Well, after this temple was first made... Flashback time! My temple? Oh, yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Just grabbing some chocolate. But, you know, don't you think it's strange that you're not here, darling? I mean, it's my temple, right? You should totally be here, right? Right? So I'll just go ahead and leave you here. Ready or not, here I go. So she brought him here and left him here? That's all she wrote. Can you believe that? I didn't even like it here at all that. I don't even like it here all that much. Honestly, I can't even relax because it feels like someone's always watching me. I swear, why is every single room here gotta have a statue of her? Well, like she said, this is her temple. That kind of thing seems par for the course if you ask me. Very true. At any rate, I think I understand your situation now. You're here now because Artemis told you to be here. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. And she also told me not to let you guys pass this, and not to sign anything. So you mean to interfere with our work by refusing to sign for your package, do you? Then it would seem we have another monster prick on our hands. Let me just get one more thing straight. If this is Artemis Temple and you're here on her orders, does that mean she's the one who's been going after Amazonas.com this whole time? Can't really speak to that. What wasn't part of the job description, but I think I can at least give you a hint. The Amazons you've been looking for, they're all on the top floor of this tower. I see, then I have all the more reason to deliver the rest of the orders ASAP. As one of Amazonas.com's business partners, I can't let this stand either. I need them to get their operations back in working order as soon as possible, so that they can start selling my company's products with discounted shipping and handling prices. So prepare yourself, man with muscles almost but not quite as high in BP as my husband's. I'm about to make you kneel before me in my radiance. So you're a married woman, huh? Doesn't bother me. This is exactly what I love about men, especially the Greek ones. No, that's not right. Work is work, and a CEO should never discriminate between customers. Just give me a moment, sir, and I'll deliver the book you ordered. Selton jokes guaranteed to have married women throwing themselves at your feet. Directly to your face. Come on, don't yell my order out loud. Don't have the right to my privacy. Oh, Orion. Orion, Orion, Orion. I don't know if I can be showing what kind of chocolate I'm having, but it's kind of obvious, I suppose.
ゴミのような相手ね。容赦なく切り刻めるわ。ダブルで行くわ。二度と撫で切りがいいかしら。
Yeah, that'll be fine.
これでフィニッシュ。あら、あなたたちも一緒。ラストストローク。ブルーサマーパラビオン。
Pretty easy, Bane.
目を覚めて。
He's really beating on Melt.
撫で切りがいいかしら。どうだ。
But she'll be fine. Oh, she'll be more than fine. Bye, Jekyll. Bye. I don't remember your name. Junkie. I remembered in the end. That. That. And then. Good hit. Oh, just defense stuff. I was honestly worried for something much worse. Okay. That. And get the evasion just to be safe. And start dancing, Lambda. That was quite the hit. Well, Orion's definitely stronger to face than I thought he would be. Kind of need Pent to survive, because if she hadn't died, I could have 1-2'd with the NP there. But yeah, I need to also kill Orion before he gets his NP off, because that smacks very, very hard. Oh, crit stars, that's good. It's not much, but it's fine.
見て撫で切りがいいかしら。これでフィニッシュ。あら、あなたたちも一緒。ラストストローク、ブルーサマーパラビオン。
Much better start. Okay. And then we do a little bit of this. And this. And definitely this. And just start dancing.
これでフィニッシュ。あら、あなたたちも一緒。ラストストローク、ブルーサマーパラビオン。目を覚めて。メルトストローク。天下無双の力見せてやる。
Guts. A little annoying.
孫なで切りがいいかしら。ソリューションが見える。ネゴシエーションをそれ。ネゴシエーションを
But manageable.
ご利用ありがとうございました。
Alright, that was easier the second time. Much, much easier the second time. Alright, let's see what this one is. Hey Deontay, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Amazonas, what's all this about? She's using our company anthem to alleviate the overexcitement she feels when fighting a Greek warrior. There are a few times when you start to look like a certain A to me, but I'm alright now. Alright, Mr. Not A, now that you've lost, you can either sign here or die where you stand. Now that I put up this much of a fight and still lost, I think I've held up my end of the deal. Good, everything seems to be in order with your signature. Here you go, we hope you'll order from us again soon. You know, I thought you were a little young at first, but now that we've fought, I get the appeal. You're... oh god, Orion. I'm not gonna repeat Orion's words here. Yeah, stop. Nothing good can come from this, Orion. And every 10 floors is a raid, huh? That will be interesting, to say the least. Might be best if you get as far away from that as you can. Now that he's pushing her buttons directly, I don't think even the company anthem will help her restrain herself. I propose of nothing. It looks like there's something happening behind Orion, too. Oh, the statue! Oh, that's kind of terrifying. Oh god. Orion, you're digging yourself deeper in a hole, man. I'm not repeating these words. I know there's a figurative bomb about to go off in front of you, but you may want to pay attention to what's happening behind you as well. Behind me? Huh? Was this statue always this close? Now we're looking through. Don't tell me. It's... darling... Artemis, what are you doing here? Just like the forest is the best place to hide a tree, the best place to hide me is in my temple. Just the thought of you fighting by your lonesome for the woman you love was enough to give me shivers. Did you forget the part where you put me here against my will? Well, I couldn't help that. You wouldn't be nearly as cool as if you didn't come do this alone. But of course, if I was going to see you being cool on your lonesome, I knew I'd have to do so secretly. So I chose to watch over you while pretending to be a statue. My heart was all aflutter at the idea of watching over premium love like a god. And it was surprisingly novel and exciting to see you getting up to all sorts of things on your lonesome. I see the whole idea of privacy is still completely foreign to you. It's almost refreshing in a way. And of course, while I do trust you, I was also just a teeny bit worried you might try something with other girls while I was away. Yeah, and I figured that watching over you like this would let me actually stop you if you tried. And I was right. Come on, be reasonable. I would have never tried anything if I'd known you were watching. Really, I mean it. This is just like a sting operation. I'm not a fan. I'm not hearing an apology. Oh? Oh, did the statue not have... Ah! I didn't... That's clever. I didn't notice that. I did not notice that. Very clever. Now that I think about it, there was only a statue we've seen without a bear Orion on its head. Because it turned out not to be a statue at all. Man, I was so caught up on scanning for more important things that never occurred. The idea of playing Spot the Difference never occurred to me. Does Penth calm down? Once again, this is exactly what I loathe about the Greek men. I got lost your chance to get angry thanks to someone else beating you to the punch, huh? Well, we've all been there. It has nothing to do with that. I simply remember that I had more pressing matters to attend to than dealing with this harassing customer. Lady Artemis, is there's something I wish to ask you. Oh sure, it makes sense that you'd have questions. But I'm busy teaching Darling a lesson now, so I'll just use my goddess powers to answer really quickly. No, I'm not the one who abducted your employees or lured you here. You're not, then. Does that mean you did not build this tower? Nope, I just gave permission when I was asked. Though I did insist on putting Darling here in exchange for my licensing my portrait rights. Then if you're not the one behind all this, who is? Oh, it's really not that complicated. I bet some people have already figured it out. But whether you have or not, you'll only have 24 hours left to go. The mastermind and their right hand are waiting for you, so instead of thinking hard about who they might be, you might as well keep climbing up until you meet them yourselves. Good luck, I know you can do it. I see. Sure, continuing our current path does seem as though it would be the quickest way to our destination. Let's go. I honestly don't know who it might be. At this point, I think I can guess who might be the process of elimination. I knew it was a possibility, but I didn't think it would actually come to this. I hope you know what you're doing. Unless it's Achilles, I suppose. It could be Achilles. Which would be a very bold move from a man. Meanwhile, at the Amazonas HQ. Who's it going to be this time? Quetz! So much fun flying around to be in a world I know very little about, yes? And it's made even better by the delicious nachos I get to eat after my delivery shift. All the Santas! Ho ho ho! Zerko is overjoyed as well. The Yule log cakes were great to eat on days like this and are very good civilization. Sweet too. Don't be ridiculous. Everyone knows meat buns are the king of winter junk food. Blowing it to cool it off. Weren't you out riding your motorcycle not too long ago? I'm having it overhauled in the shop after pushing it too hard. In the meantime, I'll use Lemuriel Mark II. She might not be as fast, but she's much more maneuverable. Plus, she can fly. Not to mention, she can carry many more things than the pike, so she's well suited to making deliveries too. So, Salter is able to shift her spirit origins around then. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I know what you mean. I don't think any other servants are used to carrying and delivering things like we are. And that's why I don't think it's any exaggeration to say that we're actually the true stars of this event. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I do know that we deliver medicine to wherever it's needed. The only problem is that the patients listed on my rounds keep running away whenever I try to administer it. Though strangely enough, they would also always breathe a sigh of relief whenever I gave them the package I was asked to bring while I was headed their way anyway. I'm guessing those packages serve the same function as teddy bears pediatricians used to calm the young patients. Regardless, thanks to them, I'm able to administer every patient's medicine by giving them the shot right after they breathe a sigh of relief, so it all worked out in the end. I know you're performing a service since I'm sure that the medicine you're giving them is good for them, but I can't say I like how it brings back some less than pleasant memories. The medicine isn't the bonus is the package. There, nice and full. Alright, time to get back to Christmas. Oh wow, did you just say something very strange? You do know Christmas is over. Chirp. There, see, the passing proprietor disagrees with us. I'm afraid all of you are the ones mistaken. Have you already forgotten? It's a new year. Ah, that's right. Christmas may come but once a year. But I don't think there's anything strange about celebrating the next Christmas now that we're in a new year. It got all serious all of a sudden. Besides, it's still winter, so the time works out perfectly. You're right, I'd forgotten that Christmas holds unlimited possibilities, yes? I guess I still have a lot more left to learn than I thought. Ho ho ho, no need to panic, young one. 1 year for everyone else, it need not be 1 year for Santa. There is every possibility that Christmas may come again during the winter 11 months from now. And when it does, all we Santas need to do is fulfill our sworn Santa duty to the best of our ability. No wonder you're the Elder Santa. Your words are wise indeed. It's Christmas now, I didn't realize. In that case, I'd better keep delivering as many presents, read shots, as I can. Very well then, Santa Brigade, move out. Hurrah! Oh man, the Santa servants are great. I'm afraid Christmas is... It's okay, madam. Don't worry about it. For the sake of your mental health, you're better off just making peace with the fact that here in Chaldea, neither Christmas, Halloween, nor the Sternverse have any rhyme or reason to them whatsoever. Very true words, Emiya. Very true words. That is floor 30 complete. We get a quartz, we get wine, and we get a golden foe. Alright. So now is the time where I have to hope and pray that this is a single wave node. Because otherwise, I seriously don't know when I'm going to be using Arash. Excuse me. Because they've been just gradually increasing to 2-wave nodes more and more often. Okay, I just need a brave chain from Arash first. The stars will actually help out a lot. Okay. That works out quite nicely. Okay. Buff. And just start blasting. Yeah. Just start blasting, Arash. Would have liked to see more crits, but it was enough. Alright. Only one low rarity servant left, and that is the Angriest of Magos. Actually, I think there's Sanson too. I think Sanson is there. Seba! Yeah, Sanson as well. Okay, so I missed one. I guess I could probably use a Berserker here. Yeah, Berserker might not be a bad idea. Okay. Herc. Berserk. Probably the Berserker with the most survivability. So if raids are coming, then I need to be ready. Double wave. Better safe than sorry. Good. Not as good. I very luckily put that guts on. Oh, come on. You could have taken out Carmilla, damn it. Oh boy. Okay. Big Nobu. Herc should have enough oomph to put this one in the ground. Definitely Mind's Eye, though, for safety's sake. And go, Herc, go! Really hoping for a crit on that last buster, but it didn't matter. Okay. Nice. Thank you, Nobu. And Herc the Zerg. Great job. Well done, Herc the Zerg. Well done. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be 2 waves, probably for the rest of the event, except for the boss things, but those are always break bars, so not really something we can do easily. I'm also hoping that when my inventory gets too full, those extra things are gonna start flowing just straight into my present box, because otherwise it's gonna get annoying very quickly. Very quickly. Yep, double waves as expected. Honestly, this is probably not a terrible plan. Media's got pretty good NP gen after all. Plus it gives me an idea what kind of damage I can expect. So 30,000. Not the best, but there's really no buts about it. Just not the best is the best way to say it. Okay. This is your turn though. Ooh, great crit there. And that's a good hit as well. And this is a good turn. Okay, this should be another NP charged. Which will mean NP against the boss of this wave. Easily done. And then we do another NP. Awesome. What's the HP we're looking at? It is 141. It's a bit high. You know what? That's not a bad plan. It probably won't make too much of a difference, but every little bit counts. That was a straight doubling thanks to the Mystic Code. Hot damn. Hey Mordred, welcome to the stream. How be things, how be things? Come on, Media, you can crit better than that. Okay. It should be game, set, match from here. Yep. I wanted to do it all on stream, so you know. I didn't do it at all yesterday. Okay, we should be fine here. I can't really say I'm taking this slow and steady, mind you, but I'm not going super fast at the same time, I guess. Get the evasion. And get the heal. And charge just to be safe. I mean, this is only my third technically this is only my third session, I suppose, attempting the towers. And even then, the previous sessions, I didn't go more than 40 floors in when I could have done 60. So, you know, I technically am not using my full capabilities. It just sort of is time constraints, I guess. Because I really don't have I didn't have the time those other 2 days to go for the full, like, 60-odd servants that I could go through. The first day, because it was 11 o'clock by the time I had reached the 40th floor, so going any further would have been very bad for me for work the next day. And then the second day was because dinner was ready, so I have to eat dinner after all. Need some nourishment to get the body rolling. But yeah, I mean, just given my tendency with pace, I can definitely see me having to do another two whole streams on it. You know? Because, I mean, at the very least with this stream, I'm gonna break through all the second tower. I was at floor 21 at the start, so I'm gonna run through half of my manpower doing that. And then there's the next tower, which is going to be another 100 floors, I'm guessing, or another two split into 50, or something along those lines. But regardless, it's still going to take me a while to do. It's just... it's going to be very difficult to get my Nuzlocke done before Legends Arceus drops, without just, like, streaming every single day next week. Which I could do, mind you, it's just, you know, it's gonna be somewhat trying mentally, I guess. But I'll figure it out eventually, you know. One way or another, I'll do it. Who knows? If there's no real story after this tower is done, like if the next 100 floors don't have any story segments, I honestly might just do them in my off time. And just, like, I don't know, maybe showcase the raids, I guess, would be a pretty cool thing to do. I haven't decided yet. I just know this has story. I want to do story stuff on stream for events. But farming and stuff, you know, that kind of stuff I don't really care to do on stream, I suppose. Okay, yeah, this is an easy peasy fight, thankfully. But I'll figure it out. After all, I am almost done with the second tower, and, you know, when I get to the next tower, I'll figure out exactly the details of the raids, if there's any story segments, and I can go from there. If I have to do the raids to progress, then, well, that's another story entirely, but I'll figure it out one way or another. Besides, it's not like these are going to be going up on YouTube anytime soon, since I'm still posting Olympus. Writers. You know, Mandracar Bro. What? I can honestly say I have no idea why you've drawn that conclusion. Oh. Huh. Well, this is interesting. The mid-floor has a boss battle rather than a double wave with a servant. Okay. Oh, okay. Really? Geronimo, really? You can give yourself this buff as an enemy, but you can't give this your buff as a single one of your skills? This is literally all of Geronimo's skills rolled up in one passive. That is... And now I know Now I do recall who it is you are talking about. It's been a while since I've seen that early on in ReZero, so my memory of that kind of slipped me until you mentioned it again. Like this is probably the best. Yeah, my memory has been jogged by you, Mordred, so thank you for that. Very good hit there, Uchi. Like, that was a devastatingly good hit. Electroshock would help. I hope you're not talking about electroshock therapy for me. Ooh, just had a good pop up the neck. Because, I mean, while part of me does want to experience being struck by lightning, you know, another part of me that's also pretty self-preservation is like, don't do it, that's not gonna end well. But there's still a part of me that wants to be struck by lightning. I don't know why. Just there's a weird part of me that wants to be struck by lightning. I don't know, really. It's just been, like, ever since I was young, I guess, really, that's sort of been, like, in the back of my head. One of my teachers, when I went to high school, I think? Yeah, it was one of my high school teachers survived being struck by lightning, like, half a dozen times, which definitely didn't help with the whole, I want to be struck by lightning thought line that I had going for me, but beyond that, I don't really know why I want to be struck by lightning. I really do not know. Yeah, it most certainly wasn't, I do recall him saying it was not a pleasant experience. But that still didn't dissuade me, because, I mean, he survived it half a dozen times, so it stands to reason that, you know, I can maybe survive once. Again, not the best logic, but... Oh, you don't believe it. Fair. That is one of those things that is kind of hard to believe. Let's not kill Berserker Lot here, monkeys. Berserker Lot is not for killing, or for being killed, he is for doing the killing. Yeah. You know, I kind of want to give Berserker Lot a chainsaw and just see what he does with it. I don't know why, but I feel like it would look kick-ass with him. But yeah, how are things going for you today, Mordred? How be things going for thee? This one shouldn't be terribly bad. Survival might be a little bit up in the air, but if we survive, or if we kill them all, then survival really won't be a question, I suppose. It is the truth. You are on the last tower, and you just did the challenge quest. Okay, yeah, I am very clearly pretty far behind. I'm sure I will catch... Oh, good gracious. This could be bad. Oh, thank goodness gracious. Whew, that could have been very bad. If it did not buff itself, I'm pretty sure I was dead there. 6 NPs to finish the challenge quest over 7 turns. Interesting. And you use Sitanai, so use an alter ego. So that means it is likely one of the cavalry class for the battle. I'm even gonna go out as far to say that it is Penthesilea that you ended up fighting. Order for heating equipment, okay. Lancers, I guess the Coups. Yeah. Come on, Coup. You know what to do. The Zakas. Okay. I'm guessing it is Penthe then, and her various Amazons. Which really shouldn't be terribly hard, considering I do have foreigners. They should be able to rinse pretty nicely. Sitanai is not good for looping. I feel like that's a lie from Game Press, because I recall that when Sitanai first was like, not when she was first announced, but I recall on YouTube, because I get some FGO videos in my feed, and one of them is this servant worth summoning for, you know? And I do recall that Sitanai's video for that was that she was pretty darn worth summoning for. So that is odd for Game Press to say that she isn't good at looping. Very interesting. I wonder why they say that. Aw, no death. Same level as Archtoria. And Archtoria is a pretty damn good looper. I don't use her that as much as I should, but I know for a fact that she is a damn solid looping servant. Not as good as Lambda, of course, because Lambda is one of the best looping servants in the game, after all. I'll get the guns up. And get a bit of heal. Yeah, those two Arts cards are... They do a lot. They do a lot. But now that we're talking about looping stuff, I just cannot wait for summer with Castoria. Because Castoria will be incredibly useful for me. The only issue is that she's probably going to come around the same time as Summer Abbey, which, you know, I want all the foreigners. And Summer Abigail is indeed a foreigner. So yeah, it's going to be a little tricksy. Unless I get incredibly lucky. 80% chance for an attack up, 80% chance for crit gen per turn. Damn. I really wish I had gotten Sitanai. I really, really wish I had gotten her, but she just evaded me for some reason. I don't know why she didn't want to come to my Chaldea, but she didn't. So now, the whole Emiya family mourns her not coming to Chaldea. Sanson, please do not disappoint me. Sanson, do not disappoint me. People just like chance skills, even if it would be 99.99 even. I mean, doesn't Chloe technically work on Sitanai? I'm pretty sure one of Chloe's skills increases the buff chances for Ilya, and I'm pretty sure that works on Sitanai, I recall hearing. Pretty sure. Thank you for not using your grudge on Sanson. That would have made me very pissed. Holy... I just had a bit of a panic there. I didn't expect that clicking on one of Babbage's cards would cause my headphones to just sound like they were about to explode. Because the sound sort of like started in one ear, quickly blinked out, and it started in the other. Okay, I need to either not use Babbage ever, or I need to use him enough that I get used to his sounds. Because Babbage is a weird case. Sell any long clubs. Oh! You know what? It just occurred to me. I'm about to see something again that I just saw the other day. Sanson's NP. Although this time, Sanson won't be dying immediately after using it. Fair. Very, very fair. But, Mordred, have you happened to see what was released recently in the sub version? You have not yet seen Solomon. Oh. Because I had debated, yeah. There is a sub version for Solomon out. Yep. I have watched it, and I liked it. It was pretty damn good. I liked it quite a lot. Obviously, there are criticisms that could be said about it, but that goes true for literally every movie that is under the sun. 39. Customers counted when they appear. We have a caster. Looks like Mandrakar Bro. I'm guessing you don't mind spoilers since you're asking that. I'm guessing you don't mind if you get spoiled a little bit. But the answer is only one event servant technically showed up, and he did not say a word or anything along those lines. Would you like to know who it was? Mandrakar, bro, you die after your MP, do you not? Yep. Dante's indeed does show up in Solomon. Which is honest, it is pretty cool enough that he does show up in the first place, you know? But yeah, the event servants don't really have any lines. As unfortunate as it is to say. But again, they were pretty pressed, you know, to compress everything down, so it's somewhat understandable why that's the case. Overall, though, I would say it was a very, very good movie, and a pretty damn good representation of the Solomon Singularity. Just keep giving me these BAQ tunes with Mandrakar, bro, man. And I definitely enjoyed it. And I'm very hopeful that Cloverworks Studios, I think is the name of it, somehow manages to get to work on either an Epic of Remnant series of anime or the Lost Belts, because it would be amazing to see. But I will definitely say, I suppose, that the movie is definitely made more so for the fans of the game than for, that's why, Brink Shot. Sorry, I don't know why it's just randomly in my vocabulary sometimes. I really, really do not know. But, and now you can't unhear it. Well, who knows? Maybe I can also open a door to anywhere or whatever. But, as I was saying, the movie was definitely made for fans of the game in mind, because it definitely assumes that you have prior knowledge of things that have happened. I will say. No, don't call me Betty. Do not call me Betty. But yeah, seriously, the movie is definitely meant for people that enjoy the game, or at the very least, know enough about the game. Fate series doesn't expect the fans to already know stuff about Fate. Well, it's not so much that. It's more, It assumes that you have played all of the Singularities, because, again, you very clearly, obviously, don't care much for spoilers. I will say that some of the servants that are showcased more heavily in the movie are the... Okay, so the prime servants that are used throughout the movie are the servants from one servant from each singularity that the MC has most closely bonded with. Obviously, they did this because, you know what, fan service, because you get the likes of Nero and Mordred and Enkidu, which, you know, they're very popular characters. But then you get the random Nightingale, you get Jean, you get Drake, and then who is the other one? Nero, Nightingale, Drake, Mordred, Enkidu. Ah, God, I'm trying to remember who was the other one. I can't recall the other one, but no, sadly it doesn't seem to include the event servers, and actually, that is one of the slight criticisms. They do not include the Trash Heap Demon Pillar. The Trash Heap Demon God Pillar is, not included. Andromedas? I can't remember the exact pronunciation of his name. But yeah, the Trash Heap is not shown. It's a sad thing. They skip over the Trash Heap. Barbados is mentioned. But I mean, that's another thing. They also seem to link a Demon God Pillar with each of the singularities, which, yes, the singularities that had Demon God Pillars did have those Demon God Pillars, but they went... It was a little bit, No, sadly, we do not. Because Ilia's not in there. You do get some pretty cool power level feats, I will say. Like, Shisho shows up. Actually, no, yeah, she was in America. Yeah, Shisho, Skaha, however you want to pronounce the name. She shows up and literally blasts holes through Demon God Pillars. Which is quite awesome, honestly. Hey, President Killer Zhang. Well, if it isn't the president of Secret Assassins Inc., do you have a report for me? Something like that, yeah. Very well then, you may not have an appointment, but I will hear you out anyway. A good CEO knows how to be flexible with her schedule, even in the middle of an insurance crunch time. The thing is, we couldn't find anything, not a single solitary thing. But it's not like we were slacking off, we did our job to the best of our ability. So I think the fact that we couldn't find anything might just mean something, if you know what I mean. Well, one thing I can say now for sure is that whoever's behind this isn't from the Servantverse. And while I'm at it, here's a little bonus info. You know this weird place we're in now? I think it's called a singularity. Anyway, we know for a fact that it showed up right at the same time your employees went missing. That doesn't make sense. If that's true, why did we only see it after we handled the delivery backlog? I knew it. It might not seem like it, Mash, but it actually does make sense. This was just the information I needed to solidify the hypothesis I've been mulling over. Now I know for sure there's only one possible answer to who could be behind all of this. So who is it then? Well, since I expect they'll be showing up soon anyway, I don't see any need to beat around the bush. Holmes style. If the mastermind isn't from the Amazona CEO universe, they have to be from Chaldea. So, that also explains why we didn't see the singularity sooner, because they or someone helping them tampered with our observation equipment. It's not an easy thing to do by any means, but it's definitely possible if it's an inside job. That said, there aren't many people capable of pulling the wool over my eyes, even if only temporarily. To pull that off, they'd have to have top-notch intelligence, resourcefulness, and decisiveness. Someone like an expert tactician, a scholar, an inventor, or a clever general. Oh, I honestly thought it was Achilles that was behind this. Come on, give me a break here. How am I supposed to show my face and not you hype me up so much? Master, that's Hector and Paris. Although, based on the way Paris is looking around, it seems he's as much in the dark as we are. What's going on? I have no idea what's happening, but I know this is what I expected when you told me to come with you. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to fill you in, didn't I? Indeed, no brilliant mastermind Moriarty. No, it's not always Moriarty, you know. Moriarty's definitely chilled out. I'm definitely more sus of Holmes than I am of Moriarty at some points, you know. Definitely more sus of Holmes than I am Moriarty, honestly. Because who would you trust more? The man who always lies, or the man who says he always tells the truth? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to fill you in, didn't I? Basically, I've been on the enemy's side all this time, like, right from the start. Majiwa? No, wait, really? Okay, in that case, I'll be glad to help you. You just want me to stand in Master's way here, right? Okay, I'll do my best. Why, Paris? Still not sure what's going on here. But if this is what Big Brother's decided, he must have a good reason for it. He always makes the right decision about everything, so I'm sure it's no different here. He kept Troy safe for all those years, after all. I have every faith in his judgment. So is his brother. I'll go along with the judgment now and ask him what he's doing later. Man, that's something to be said about being a little too understanding. Not that I don't appreciate it. Hector, Paris is very literally a bro-con. Open your eyes, man! And Mash is behind everything. Evil mastermind Mashu. Could be hot. Depends, I suppose, as to why she's being an evil mastermind. What's going on, Hector? Why are you doing this? You're a conspirator from the start, even when you were to expect the relaxation facilities. Sure was. As for why this old man's doing this, I don't think it's my place to tell. When you get right down to it, this is really just a personal issue for me, the boss, and the CEO there. So, what now? Would it be better if I signed for the package first? Or would it get you more fired up if I refused to sign? Probably the latter, right? You stink of Greek men, and worse, you're a traitor, a corporate spy. Ask every time if you're okay while knowing you will. You say something like, not a problem. I suppose that's true. Oh no, I can't promise you business has nothing to do with this. Industrial spies have been irredeemable evil ever since the dawn of the galaxy. They are indelible ink that stains healthy business ledgers everywhere. If left to their own devices, they will turn a company's focus from sound business practices to devious scheming. And no matter how advantageous we Amazons may be, in talks with my CEO, Morningstar speaks louder than words. No. I was about to say I don't partake in cannibalism, which is a true point, but I'm pretty sure that she's not human, so stating that I'm not a cannibal wouldn't really clear me of your claim. I will say the only things I have consumed today are Pop-Tarts and miniature Hershey's chocolate bars. Not the most healthy thing, but, you know, haven't had fresh bananas in time to make banana bread, so that's why I've had to resort to Pop-Tarts. We cannot stand by and let such a wonderful, barbaric and irrational post-apocalyptic economic landscape become the order of the day. Apart from the fraudulent slip, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear. We're in lockstep. Such spies are terrible. What about my company's intelligence network? Oh, pay no mind. That's just marketing jargon. Yeah, we're basically shadow all-rounders / marketers or something now. Man, I can already tell it's going to be a huge pain getting Hector to talk now when he's made up his mind not to. I'm betting his lips are sealed just as tight as his guard. We can't be sure he'll spill the beans even if we win. That said, we definitely won't get anywhere if we don't even bother to fight. So, you have my full permission to give him the talking to he's clearly got coming. Roger, roger. Fo. Unless I no longer have any need to hold back. Oh boy, I'm really not looking forward to this, and hey, for what it's worth, I'm only doing this out of pity and obligation, and this old man does feel bad about stabbing you all in the back. Don't get me wrong, I'm still doing this, but my heart won't really be in it. Ready, Paris? I'm Hector of the Shiny Helmet, wielder of Durandana. If we're gonna do this thing, then let's do this thing. Spirit can eat food, but if you kill her, she'll disappear, but the food will probably still remain. Also doesn't mean... Food halal... Oh, gosh. What can I do to convince you I did not? That is the question. Welcome to Mastamon. Welcome to the stream. Howdy things, howdy things. Oh boy, this is gonna be an annoying fight. Lancer Archer. Indeed I am. Slowly progressing, but progressing all the same. Gosh, I'm just trying to think. What is the best option here? I mean, honestly, Lambda might be it. Yeah, Lambda might be the best choice here. Though, I've already used Lambda, but she's not exhausted. So, is this telling me that the servants I use won't be exhausted from this fight? Because if that's the case, then the better way to go about this would be Scotty Waver Lambda. Yeah, let's give this a try. He seems to be convinced that I've eaten a character from ReZero because I keep ending my sentences with "I suppose." Or maybe even starting them with it. Oh wow, this is going to be a very, very much easier fight than I was worried about. Much, much easier than I was worried about. I just tried doing a Google search to find if there's any other characters that say that phrase, and I was very much unsuccessful. I had to try, though. Okay. And NP number 2. Why is it time to charm a dog portrait? Question mark. And anyways, Mastamon, how be things for you? How be things? Because it has been a little while, actually. I'm guessing you have done the Amazonas event in its entirety at this point? Bye, Paris. I've not yet done it. Okay. It definitely does get harder the further along you go, but, I mean, it's not terribly difficult. I could probably be gearing up towards finishing the event at this point if I didn't, run out of time in the 2 prior streams. School. School indeed is a time sink. Thankfully, my next semester does not, for some reason, start until February, which is really weird, if I'm going to be completely honest, that my college semester doesn't start till February, and it ended. So, the winter semester ended in, early December, but then this spring semester, I guess, doesn't start until February. It's really odd. I'm exhausted. I can't move another muscle. Man, I know she'd be packing a hell of a punch, but it's still hard dealing with so much unchecked power. Sure, there are ways to hang in there against it if you don't have to, but they all hit diminishing returns real quick. I guess I could have tried setting a few traps, but I get the feeling she'd just smash clean through them. So yeah, I think I've done more than enough to hold up my end by now. You win, we surrender. Special translation. You are a dead man. You've charmed the dog. Interesting, Mordred. I kind of want to know why you're trying to charm dogs. I don't think that there is much work for dog charmers, much like there is for snake charmers, but I could be wrong. I think one of you could tell her we surrender before she ends up killing us. Since you might have surrendered, but you're still not going to tell us anything, right? Well, no, I'm not. I promised I'd keep my mouth shut, and besides, I think it's better that way for all of you, too. Besides, you've only got 10 floors left to go, so you might as well keep going and see her for yourself. I was just going to make that remark, Mordred. I was just going to make a remark that, that certainly sounds like the plot to some Dojin. But, yeah. Great minds think alike? Question mark? Don't scar yourself, Mordred, please. So the mastermind behind all this is a woman, then. Oh, is it the other Penth, perhaps? What, why is no one saying anything? I'm guessing it's because the pieces are starting to fall into place for them. Hell, maybe some especially sharp people managed to figure it out from the start. Well, good luck. As for me, my poor old knees and back gave out a while ago, so I'm going to give them some much needed rest. Oof. You know, okay, so obviously I don't have Penth leveled up here, and I don't know if either of you do as well, but Penth has the skill that does extra damage against Greek male servants. Does she get that damage bonus against Canis? Because I know Canis is in that sort of gray area as far as FGO goes. Kirshtaria and Canis see Canis as male, but everybody else seems to see Canis as female. So it's like, does Canis count towards Penth's skill against Greek males, or is Canis sort of in that neutral territory that Enkidu and Mothman are? I wonder. No Dojin or image of that exists, apparently. Thank goodness. Honestly, thank goodness that nothing of that sort exists, Mordred. While part of me would like nothing more than to continue teaching this industrial spy the error of his ways, time is of the essence. So I will leave him to you, my subcontractors, to do with as you wish. I do not care which of you gets him. Yay, can I stab him? Can I? Steaming hot rooms would actually probably help out somebody's back, honestly. So let's say this one, because this is actually the nicer of the options, because the heat helps compared to cold. So you got some kind of weak point targeting torture in mind from Brutal. He's all yours then. Yes, that's right. Our enemies deserve neither pity nor mercy. I'm glad you're starting to understand the harsh rigors of the business world. I'm just make sure I'm reading between the lines correctly. You made a make appointment for him at the sauna, right? Alright, let us keep going. Yes, Mashu. Mashu gets where I'm coming from. Yeah. Zhanki is a, she's a card. She doesn't get that much play in things. Although, actually, come to think of it, Zhanki has had roles to play in, at the very least, 2 of the story events. I want to say she was in the Septum Singularity. It's honestly been years at this point since I did the Septum Singularity, so I can't really recall if she did, but I want to say she was. And then there was, obviously, the third Lost Belt that she played a role in. But yeah. Zhanki actually does play more of a role than I seem to try and remember. She is in Septum. Okay. Interesting. I don't know why I don't really, like, she's not a very memorable face, I suppose. There are only 10 floors and 10 deliveries left to go before a showdown with the depraved mastermind. That said, it is the final deliveries when exhaustion-induced accidents are more likely to happen, so remain vigilant. Elliot time? Oh man, Mordred. Oh man. Guess nobody's coming to pick us up, huh? I'll have to do it myself then. Oh, I still can't move a centimeter. I'm sorry. Guess I'll just have to look after you too then. Oh well, guess it's my fault you got mixed up in this, and hey, at least you're pretty light right now. Payback, right? Hector, no, you're feeding into this Brocon's desires! It's been ages since you last gave me a piggyback ride, big brother. This is gonna be fun. Man, nothing ever gets you down for long, does it? You know, I do feel bad for involving you in this, but you do realize you're partly to blame too, right? What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? Nope, not at all. Then again, in another sense, you kind of did, even if you didn't realize it. Then things just kept snowballing from there, and the next thing you know, we're 40 stories up in this tower. Now that I think about it, minus the tower part, it's a lot like what happened with Troy. I guess you're just unlucky when it comes to this sort of thing. Don't worry about it. Master and Co can handle it from here. And speaking of Master, what do you say we take him up on his kind offer and go take a nice hot bath? Sure thing I can even wash your back again for the first time in forever. Yeah, that'd be great. I never thought we'd get a chance to do that again. I gotta say, there are some things about being a servant that are really... Hector, are you okay? Hector? Maybe it was a mistake to give my little bro a piggyback right after a tough battle. Wait, I just realized I forgot to account for the sheep! Alright, Paris, this is as far as I can go. Just leave me behind and go on without me. No way, I'm not going anywhere without you. Would you just listen to me and... I'm honestly not terribly surprised that there is. After all, they are from ancient Greece. It honestly would not surprise me if there was some historical records stating that something along those lines happened as well. It honestly would not surprise me if that is why they have made Paris such a Brocon for Hector. If there is not some obscure record stating something along those lines. Oh, this is that Master's golem. I think it's going to take us back to the facility. Master must have sent it to come get us. Good grief. Well, thanks for going out of your way to pick us up, pal. I appreciate it. If you don't mind carrying us, I'm happy to take you up on it. Just to let us go on the way back, okay? But of course, that is rule 34 of the internet. So, also, no interlude of what happening at Amazonas. Tears. And another therapeutic sub. I'm pretty sure I can max limit break this at this point. Literally the rest of the Fate universe, dark and edgy as shit. FGO jokes everywhere. I mean, to be fair, there is a lot of dark and serious shit in FGO as well. To be completely fair. Alright, do I have enough? No, not this. Event bonus. I do have enough. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And a... Doot, 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 doot. Didn't find anything about it. I'm sure it's out there somewhere, Mordred. That just speaks to how high your character is that you did not find such depraved things so quickly. Alright. Continuing forwards to floor 41. Okay. Assassins. So assassins means casters, so coup. Nope. You're actually finding that stuff pretty much everywhere if it exists. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, jeez. Well, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if there was fan fiction of it. If there's not an image of it or a comic about it, there's likely a fan fiction of it. Because there's fan fiction for literally everything out there. Trust me, I've gone on the fan fiction train. You know. There is a fan. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, jeez. Why did I have to be right? I mean, to be fair, I'm quite into fanfiction. I've debated writing myself. It's just motivation is something. Never used Wattpad. Mainly fanfiction.net, although I have recently been getting into Archive of Our Own. Because there's some pretty fun stuff out there. There is some pretty fun stuff out there. Toss this evasion on. And BAQ. Yeah, that is definitely something to ask God as to why the hell does it exist. But yeah, fanfic community is, or the fanfic, yeah, community actually is probably the best way to put it, can get into some very, very weird things. That's why I'm so thankful that there are freaking filters on fanfics. Like on Archive and fanfiction, you can filter stuff so much that it is very nice. But even still, some people mistag things and you get stuff that you really don't want to see. You really do get stuff you don't want to see. Oh yeah. If you can find a good story, then you can be pretty entertained for a while. Yeah, and then there is the cringe. There is a lot of cringe, sadly. Heck, there's probably more cringe than there is good stuff, so, you know? Bah. But hey, if that's what people are into, then that's what people are into. I just need to find the motivation to write my own fanfics, because I've got too many ideas just bouncing around in my head. Far, far, far too many ideas. Just bouncing on my head. Android 21 is canon, which is actually good. Oh gosh. I couldn't tell you the first fanfic I found, because I've been in fanfiction, like, I've been reading fanfics for well over 10 years at this point. Well over 10 years I've been spent reading fanfics. Because I got into it sort of in high school when I had, in my last semester, I had study hall as one of my classes, but I really didn't need it, and it was in a library, so I was able to get on computers, and I was very much into Harry Potter at the time, and I just started reading lasers for this one. But yeah, suffice to say, I've been on that train for a long time. Same thing with roleplay, I suppose. Actually, been playing RP. I've been RPing for longer than I have been into fanfiction. For me, RPing dates all the way back to when I started high school. Yeah. Gosh darn it, I did it again! The thing is, though, Mordred, is now that you put that thought process in my head, I'm gonna just start unintentionally saying it more than I'm not. You're reverse psychologying me, man. Reverse psychology at its finest. Jeez. You know. Talking about the event fanfic. You know what? That is what streaming is about, though. You have to be able to adapt and just talk about random topics and the like. Because, I mean, you know, this event isn't really one that bears a lot of, outside of every 10 floors, there's not really too much to talk about in the event. Please do not kill Ku. Thank you for Lancer not Go Shinda. But yeah, I mean, fanfiction is... And heck, fanfiction has been talked about before in my streams, so it's not like it's the first time it's been mentioned. I have expressed the desire to finally put these thoughts in my head to paper, well, not paper, but to digital format, and actually get some fanfics out there, because again, I have ideas. I have no idea if they're good ideas, mind you, but I have ideas. And I really would like to, like, put them out there someday just to see, you know, the response. But I guess it's kind of like a lack of confidence and if I can do it well or not. Which is kind of why I'm happy with what course I'm taking for this upcoming semester, because, I mean, I've taken Composition 1 before, but that was years ago, and I don't know if it will be transferable to the radiology program I plan to hopefully get into, because two of the requirements for the future radiology program I plan to go into is Composition 1 and Composition 2. I've done both of those more than 5 years ago at this point, so I don't know if they're still applicable going forwards. But, yes, radiology fanfics, I know, exactly. It's weird that it is one, but the most I can think of is that it's for writing up medical reports or whatever. But regardless, like, I'm hoping that having to actually type out assignments and stuff will get me inspired to actually, you know, put some of these fanfic ideas I have in my head to paper. As for... I don't know where to put them. Honestly, it kind of depends, because there is honestly a lot of places you can put them. Archive of Our Own has a lot of tags, so you can get fairly obscure with your things. Like, you can write some pretty obscure topics and probably find a niche there. Fanfiction has a little bit of a spam problem with reviews and the like, so that's not... It's a very solid site. It is the oldest of the sites, I want to say. It is old, it is solid, it is pretty darn good to use. And then another one that I know of is Space Battles. Space Battles, though, is more of a forum, and from what I've seen, the people that post fanfics on there mainly do it if they want immediate feedback / discussion about their stories, and more often than not, they often post their stories on other websites as well. Yeah, those are the 3 big ones that I'm aware of. I'm sure that there is niche fanfiction, like another one that was for the Harry Potter one, but I guess it's gone now, was HP Fanfic Archive, but it shut down for some reason. So I'm sure there's specific niche fanfiction websites out there, but I wouldn't really know them. Give a fanfic to the patient. If only that worked. If only that could work. But, like, even still, it's more putting them down on paper, because I know it might not seem it, because I do put myself out there by streaming and everything, but I do have self-confidence problems, like, you know? In a way, I'm worried that if I do put these fanfics out there, that, they'll just get they'll just get, like, slammed in the reviews or something like that, or people won't enjoy it despite the fact that I put effort into it, and I don't know, that kind of thought process sort of stalls me, because it's like, is this good enough? You know? They put something like a rule inside of it. True. But yeah. Just a little bit of self-confidence issues. But I mean, aren't we all sort of self-conscious? Also, are you AoE Ezo? You're single target. Okay. We all are self-conscious in our own ways. Because I mean, normally this side's die, then they put something like a really yeah. Yet more often than not, those things are not really allowed. Good gracious, this is my first time I think I've ever seen Ezo's NP. That is brutal as heck. but not very strong, very clearly. Like, that was one of the weaker NPs I've seen for a single target. BAQ. True. It does indeed, it does indeed. But, like, then you run into the issue. I don't know. It's a very, I just read this thing's name. Towel with no hole. Towel with no holes. Towels don't normally have holes, though. I just got confused. I... Distracted, confused. BAQ. Sad but true that nothing is forbidden. I mean, there is technically some things that are forbidden. Like, I do know that some content creators that have put out books and stuff explicitly state that they will pursue legal action against anybody that does fanfics for their books and other kinds of media. So, like, those ones are technically forbidden, but, like, those are very far and few between, so it's much rarer to find something forbidden than it is for there to be something forbidden. Floor 44, Sebas. Alright, I'm almost fully into my gold servants. I literally have 4 non-golds left. Okay, archers. So, Emiya. Let's go, Emiya. I'd be forgetting if it put stuff like real people inside of it. I mean, even then, you'd be surprised, man. You would be surprised that there are... I mean, I don't think there even is anything against putting real people in fanfics or the like. Heck, it's kind of hilarious in retrospect, but, like, years ago... Heck, in fact, let me see if I can't, Gosh, I can't... No, I probably wouldn't be able to. I can't remember the exact name of it, but, like, years ago, I had read a Harry Potter fan fiction, and it had touched into North America for some reason. And this was, like, before the 2016 presidential election, but it predicted the future because in that fanfic, Donald Trump was the president, which is, like, looking back on it in retrospect, it is kind of hilarious that they would predict something so, like, unexpected in a fanfiction. It was kind of hilarious. Yeah. It was just... When I eventually went back and read it after the case, and I got to that point again, it's like, oh shit, they predicted this! That's insane! But yeah, like... Celebrities are the more common thing. It was more of a politics-focused one, and in that book, again, I don't remember, in the fanfiction, I don't remember which one it was, but essentially Harry Potter began to lead magicals to take over the whole world, and took over most of the Eastern Hemisphere, and decided to get rid of all the Muggles by dropping them off in North America. And Trump had to deal with it at that time, apparently. Yeah. It was a weird one. Fanfics can get weird. I know aside that you could choose your own adventure stories inside and let people edit your story if you wish to. Choose your own adventures. Honestly, never been a fan of choose your own adventure stories. Again, childhood trauma, from the Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure stories that I tried pushing through as a kid, and, you know, just seeing all those terrible ways that they killed you in the stories kind of traumatized me of them. Very much so. Because who puts in a book that a child could read how the person you're playing as, yes, it was in one, I don't remember what book exactly, but it was in a Goosebumps book. It was like, the character was able to travel through time, and they went to ancient Egypt or whatever, and they became friends with the Pharaoh. You could become friends with the Pharaoh in one of the paths, and, you know, I was kind of into ancient Egyptian stuff at that time, so I chose that path. Well, it turns out the Pharaoh was building his tomb, and he wanted you to join him in the tomb. So it had a very graphic, like, descriptive scene of the character that you're reading as your self-insert being drugged, but still conscious, as they stick something up their nose, break the bone barrier between that and the brain, and start scooping the brain out through the nose and putting it into a jar. That shit was traumatizing at a young age. Like, that's kind of put me off of Choose Your Own Adventure type stories for a long time. Because I was definitely not even a teenager when I read that, and I remember having nightmares about it for quite some time. Quite some time. I made your leg fall asleep. How did I... You didn't need to know that. Sorry, Meisterman. Sorry. Ugh. Can get very off topic sometimes, but yeah. Yeah. The Goosebumps... Oh, you can't move it. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, man. I'm laughing, but I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Like, how? Were you so enraptured with the tale I was telling that you forgot to move your leg or something? I'm curious as to how I made your leg fall asleep. Only stuff that gave you nightmares when you were a child was pretty much a bug eating you alive. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did have a lot of nightmares as a child. Heck, I do recall that it was so bad at one point that my parents took me to a doctor and they gave me pills to take before I went to bed at night so that I would not have any dreams. That's how bad that the nightmares had occasionally gotten. But thankfully I've grown up enough to not really have nightmares, but yeah. It got pretty bad sometimes. Although I still had some weird dreams later on in life that just makes me question the nature of nightmares. Yeah, probably. Like, because dreams can be really wild. Like, one of the dreams that I had, and this was sort of, I was definitely in high school. I don't remember when in high school I was, but I remember being chased through a jungle and being chased by like some big cats or something. I don't remember what. And I tried to go through in between a thing of trees, and I got stuck there. And I remember in the dream, nightmare I guess at this point, these big cats latched onto my leg and started mauling it, trying to get me out. And it woke me up enough. But when I woke up, and it's because you said you can't move your leg, when I woke up from the dream, my leg was like completely and totally numb. I had no sensation in that leg that in the dream was mauled by big cats for like a good solid 10 minutes. It was quite wild. And welcome, Destructive. Welcome to the stream. Howdy things. I would be happy to hear about this dream that you've had. Dreams are always an interesting thing to hear about. Okay, so caster, I need a rider then, right? Assassin beats rider, rider beats caster, caster beats assassin, yep. Martha. Why not? Forward march, Martha! I know, that's quite likely the case, but it was still freaky, man. It was still pretty freaky. But yeah, go ahead, Destructive. Let us heal this dream you did so have. Because I've got another one that I kind of want to share as well, but I want to hear what Destructive's dream was first, because it's always interesting to hear what other people dream of. Please do not kill Martha. Martha is not for killing. Get these berserkers out of here. Your brother asked you something when he was sleeping and you answered him. Oh yeah, that's happened quite a bit with me as well. Had a dream you were playing some kind of RPG with art like Paper Mario's, in terms of thick outlines, character models had relatively big pieces of breaks. One of the characters you were given a quest to was a walking animated humanoid female cactus, Rosalinda Quill. I'm not gonna say that last word. For the quest in question, she said, "I hate my last name in our species society culture science lesson based on." You think you can change that? He's gonna. What the? Did you end up fulfilling the request? Destructive. Did you? I need to know. Did you end up fulfilling this poor cactus's request? You did. Well, was there any more to the dream, or like, were you attacked because? Oh jeez. Wait. So, it was the quill part of the name that... Okay. Plot twist. Plot twist quite a bit. Oh, jeez. Plot twist indeed. Oh gosh, I gotta bring a Berserker at this point. Berserker... Who is an AoE Berserker that I trust? I don't think I've got an AoE Berserker here, actually. Unless... Cha-Cha or Adelante? No. Is Cha-Cha AoE? Cha-Cha is AoE. Okay, we'll do Cha-Cha. Some people used to start spam on that site and said against all these inside stories and Ahmed bet now the site is pretty much dead. I like having dreams that can control them if I want to, how I like, but normally I let everything in my happen in dreams. Yeah, it is that is honestly a hilarious dream, Destructive. Like, that is great. And yeah, like, I like letting the dreams go as well. I've only been lucid a couple of times in my dreams. Only a couple times have I ever gotten lucid inside my dreams, and I can never really hold on to it for very long, unfortunately. I don't know why I can't hold on to lucidity for long, but it always just tends to I guess, slip away from me after a time. But, as for that other dream that I said was kind of interesting, I guess. Like, and it kind of just makes me question, like, the nature of dreams. Like, I know that scientifically speaking, dreams are literally just your mind processing the information that happened throughout the day and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I've occasionally had the dreams that are just, like, really weird. That makes me question things. Because this one was only a few years ago, but it was just a dream of me doing stuff around my house, not really anything special or anything, and just in the dream, I distinctly recall that in this dream version of my house, the TV just suddenly turned on all of a sudden, and there was static on it, and I went to go and investigate it. And then just very slowly, I could just start hearing this very faint scream that just kept getting louder and louder and louder. And the scream just, I remember it echoing through my ears. I could feel the blood coming out of my ears and out of my nose as I was essentially being killed by something screaming super loud in my dream. And waking up, I didn't have a headache. I didn't have any bloody nose, no bloody ears or anything like that. But, like, it was one of the most odd dreams that I've ever had, because I don't really watch, I haven't really watched TV in ages. Nothing really drew any similarities to that, so it's like, why did I have that kind of dream, you know? I can't really think of what, like, I distinctly recall going through the things that had happened recently in my life at that point to try and figure out if there was any, you know, logical way that would explain why I dreamt of what I dreamt, but I just couldn't really, figure out anything that would sort of make sense for that being what I dreamt. Why you compared her to a Maractus? Huh. I didn't know that. Constructive, that... I did not know that about cacti, to be completely honest. I did not know that about cacti. In your dreams, every person inside the dream at once is basically not a person. I'm the dream itself, just watching the people inside the dream doing weird stuff. That would actually be a really interesting dream. Like, you're essentially just playing God to the inhabitants of your dream, you know? That'd actually be really interesting to have as a dream, honestly. That's the kind of dream I really feel like I would enjoy having. But I don't know, I'm worried that if I had a dream like that, because, as I have said, I have gone lucid a couple of times, and it's mainly because I have done all the, like, exercises to try and gain lucidity in your dreams and everything, but they never seem to work out for me for some reason. It's always just random times when I manage to gain lucidity. Specific non-existent jumped-up cactus character in the Pokemon Maractus. Maractus. I do recall that Pokemon. I don't think I've ever used them, though. We need another rider enemy. Stumpo. Why not? And we're almost through all of our Lancers. If you don't like something that happens, you turn back time and change the outcome. That'd be awesome, Mordred. I don't think you have Destructive, and can't wait for the Akihabara event with Santa Car interacting with the other Santas as well. As whatever Tower event JP has the interaction with Santa Martha. That is a good point. I feel like they have to, like, throw in a Tower event yearly now, you know? It's almost become a bit of a tradition. I suppose. Zigazon? I didn't say the phrase Destructive. Or Mordred. I did not say the phrase. I caught myself, but... Yeah, I do feel like it has pretty much become a tradition at this point that we have a Tower event, like, every year, you know? I think it's pretty fun. They're pretty fun as well. The Tower events are pretty fun, as are the various character interactions. I have definitely enjoyed that portion of the event. You know, with all the different characters reacting to the things and the Amazonas thing. That just becomes the question of, what are they gonna do with the future ones? You know? I'm very curious. And I guess you meant Robin as in from Batman and not from Robin Hood. Although, in my mind, when you say Robin, I think of Robin from Teen Titans, because I grew up on Teen Titans. The original Teen Titans TV show. I know that the comics are different even compared to that, so that's why I specified TV show, because, yeah. Yeah, Teen Titans was legit. Oh, man. I really wish they didn't murder Teen Titans like they did. And stop saying that. I did not eat any spirit things from ReZero. I can't even remember. Is she a spirit in ReZero? I want to say she is. Because doesn't Subaru form a bond with her or something like that? Good gracious. Can you stop with the multi-enemy type things here, game? You're forcing me to use more Zerkers. Of which I don't have another AoE, I believe. Actually, I do. Zhongyu! Zhongyu! But yeah, you're totally gonna be mentioning that anytime I'm in stream at this point, aren't you, Mordred? You're gonna just... You're not gonna say anything, like, for most of a stream, and then I'm gonna say, I suppose, for some odd reason, and you're gonna just pop up, having not announced your presence, and make a comment. I feel like that is gonna be something you do for the next while at this point. You still have all of your lower ones to use? Yeah. I'm pretty deep into this run-through at this point. Although, the lower tier servants really are not, No, you can say stuff, Mordred. It's perfectly fine. It's hilarious that you are calling me out on it. And I'm gonna look back, you're gonna say something, I'm gonna look back and it's gonna be like, shoot! You caught me! Yeah, I know you're trolling. I know you're trolling, and it's the fun kind of troll, you know? Feel free to point it out, man. Feel free to point it out. It's the fun kind of trolling that you're doing. Dream where Iskander and you were undercover cops, putting a tracker in a stash. I don't believe you have, and now I am very curious as to why you were an undercover cop alongside Iskander. You have definitely piqued my curiosity here, Destructive. You have definitely piqued my curiosity. Oh, shoot. These big things are annoying. Yeah, get the evasion going. Just for safety's sake. And... But, I suppose since you guys are further in the event than I am, I may as well ask. I'm gonna be finding it out here soon enough, but... is the second, or I guess technically third, portion of the event, is there a lot of story beats in it, or is it something that I could probably do off stream and then come back on stream and do the raids and the like? Because I can't really recall the Pagoda event, but I want to say that floors 100 to 200 didn't have anything until the 200th floor. I want to say the 200th floor is when there was actually another story beat, because that had to do with Shuten and Tomoe having a bonding moment at the very top of the tower, where Shuten pretty much asked Tomoe how her parents worked it out, because, you know, relationship between Oni and human, that kind of stuff. Jump to Your Life was a 3-choice fixed dialogue RPG like Star Wars The Old Republic, and at one point you were at an airport or public train station, and hand off of a package you think was attractive with illegal substances, No, while you're leaving, you saw Iskander, who said, "Come on, we've got to go," and picked up a sleeping Waver and gave him a piggyback ride. Oh, Waver. That does sound like something Iskandar would do. No story notes, just hellish challenges. Okay. Oh, you watched me... Very interesting, Mordred. I didn't realize that it had become a habit for me. I really did not realize that it had become a habit for me. Okay, so now why can't I use Lambda? Okay, this doesn't make sense. So, I used Lambda for the floor 40 challenge, but I also used Waver and Scotty. I had used Lambda before that for, like, the floor 30 challenge, I want to say, and she wasn't exhausted. But now she's exhausted. I have not used Lambda since. I'm confused. Well, it's not like I would be able to use her anyways here. Saber. Well, that's the thing, though, Deontay. I used her... I'm almost positive that I used her... Yeah, I've used her on the 30th floor against Orion, and I did that not too long ago. And then I just again used her on the 40th floor against Paris and Hector, and I didn't have any issues there. But now she's on cooldown after 2 story things. I really am kind of confused. He chose the dialogue option, said that's not Waver, knowing that was a lie, and Iskander said in the Yarrow Shien Fate Seer voice, I'm sure it's someone else, then I knew he was being sarcastic, although I couldn't detect any sarcasm in his voice. I want to go back and say okay option, but before I knew you were near the exit and followed, beset by 2 aggressive men that looked like Joel Haynes and Bernie Burns from Rooster Teeth. Those names do not mean anything to me, unfortunately. Only Rooster Teeth I think I watched was Ruby ages ago. Cooldown double from Sitzman since it's not 3 hours but 6. Who do I want to use? Saber-wise? Let's use Salter. And I'm just going to bring in the low tiers just in case. There we go. Instead of picking up the face scanner, I went to FBI badge and started screaming, and the men pursuing us started screaming back, not shooting anything, and everyone just cocked and stared. That would be that kind of situation that you just sort of stare at. But I really can't believe that I've been developing that habit for as long as I have, that you picked up on it, Mordred. Is there any other, like, verbal tick habits that I've been picking up gradually? Workout equipment. Is this No, this can't be Canis. Last we've arrived. What's that sound? Wait, is that... 1,998, 1,999, 2,000. This is tough, and we still have to do 10 more sets of star swings. Whoa, I actually felt the dopamine kick in just now. I love working out. That's my employees, so they were here. Pair of cops in Ruby Season 2. Yeah, Season 2 was an age and a half ago. It's been years since I've watched Ruby. Ever since Monty died, the series kind of started to go downhill, so I sort of dropped it. And it looks like the woman over there training them is, yep, just like I thought. No resting, no talking, no laughing. A warrior has no need for such things. What a warrior needs is indomitable spirit to keep moving her body no matter what the circumstances. Failure to do so will assuredly result in your death. Do you want to live, then keep moving. Yes, ma'am. Hold it right there. Is that the CEO? The CEO, you finally came for us. So you're here. You look just like me. I see. You must be the me from this galaxy. Oh, man. There's that... You know what? I didn't realize how big of a difference there actually was between Penth and the Amazona CEO. Like, looking at them, switching between them, wow, there is actually a difference. Silence, I'm not you. You and I are nothing alike. Rage is off the charts. Sure is, and I'm betting that rage is where this all started. Penthesilea, would you mind telling us why you did all this? You mean you don't know? Oh, very well. I suppose that imposter there at least has the right to know what she has done before I obliterate her with my morning star. Me, an imposter? How dare you? I'm the only one and only Super CEO in this entire galaxy. Ah, man, my line just went back to Sonic Adventure Battle 2 with Shadow and Sonic. The imposter line, but I can't remember the full line, damn it. No, this would have been the perfect time to use it. I'd heard rumors of another version of myself who went about delivering packages, but I never gave her any much thought at the time. I'm well aware that servants are vague and ill-defined beings. It's not unheard for the same hero to materialize as something entirely different if they should end up in a different class. So when I first heard there was another version of myself, I thought nothing more of it. At the time, I thought it would be beneath my notice. But then one day when I was out on my daily run... Where were you running, Penth? Because that is very much the mansion from the, one event that I really liked. The murder mystery event. I found you! Yes, yes, those are the lines. Those are the lines, Destructive. Do it. Do the lines. And it's that. Delivery from Amazonas.com. Oh, wonderful. I've been counting the hours until your arrival. Oh, God. It is all Moriarty's fault. Moriarty is behind it all. Not intentionally, but Moriarty is the reason for this whole event being a thing. Oh, jeez. Who said it earlier? Who called it out earlier in the stream? I think it was you, Morgit, was it not? Were you not the one to call this out? Faker, I think you're the big hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. And then Sonic says, I'll make you eat those words. And then they go into the battle. I remember now. I do apologize for making you go so far out of your way. I can't make purchases like this back at Kildea, you see, thanks to a certain nosy detective who always on my case. Well, I don't know what he's so concerned about. The most one could do with a curiosity like this is play an amusing prank. No need to apologize, sir. That is why Amazonas.com offers express shipping anywhere in the galaxy. You did indeed, Mordred. You did indeed. You get a gold star. Now, if you'd sign here, please. Yes, of course. I never thought it would be so quick and easy to just procure all the items I need for a harmless prank I came up with on the lark. It seems there truly are all kinds in the Servantverse. I dare say this premium membership has been worth its weight in gold. Thank you. Not at all, sir. We look forward to your next order. At first I took no interest whatsoever. I just wrote it off as another unusual event. So, is there like a permanent connection between the Servantverse and our verse at this point, you know? I kind of wonder. It was only then that I noticed someone else had also been watching the interaction from a distance. Oh, so that's the little red lady people have been talking about. She looks just like Penthesilea, doesn't she, Lord Apollo? Yeah, but, well, I like her. There's just something cool about working women. It makes them really pretty, too. Oh. Paris. I have to say what I literally just said there. Niampi does have a knack for this kind of thing, unfortunately. So there's your reason. If you are me, even if you're not strictly me, you must never ever do anything that would result in others calling us beautiful or pretty. So if you are, then you have fundamentally deviated from how you and I are supposed to be. Is that how that works? I guess that's just how berserkers think. That must mean this mail-order business you are indulging in is wrong. I cannot allow it to continue. I realize you needed to remember your true way of life to regain your warrior ambitions. Is that why you object to my employees? Because they are the first obstacle in your way to reaching me? I am their queen. I have a duty to the Amazons everywhere to help them stay on the right path if they should start to stray, even if they are from a different galaxy. I honestly didn't realize that there were signs. Like, again, I've stated this in all of the previous, like, streams of this tower event. I really want to sit down, go through all the event dialogue and everything, and, like, do a comprehensive list of everything we know about the Servantverse out there. Excuse me. Like, what certain servants' names are, what their occupations are, that kind of stuff. Try and maybe put together a timeline as stress-inducing as that would end up being. Part of me wants to sit down and do that, but I feel like it's just going to be such a headache to try and do. Plus, I know that the Idol XA event will happen next year sometime, which, as far as I'm aware of, is the last sort of servant first thing we'll have for a while at least. So I kind of want to wait until then to do it, but, you know, I don't know. That is why I built this Temple of Artemis. It is the perfect place to retrain them. It is patterned after the godly domicile of our mother, the founder of Temple Artemis, built in our homeland. More and more stuff is your own, your servant's fault for singularities. True enough, Mordred. That's why I read everything in all events, including Saber Wars 1, 2, and everything. I do read all the events as well. It's just, like, Saber Wars, for example. I didn't play the original run of the event. I ended up playing the rerun. And, gosh, I don't remember if I did that on stream or not. I want to say I did Saber Wars rerun on stream. But again, that was a while ago. Oh, wait, so... No, isn't the Voyager one a crossover with Fate Requiem, I want to say? If I could be anything in work of fiction, you would be either a powerful Sith from Force user or a living grimoire from Blaze Blue. How about you other than a dragon? Any work of fiction. Jeez. That's a tough one, honestly, Destructive. That is honestly a tough one. If I could be anything from a work of fiction, what would I be? Honestly, some form of high-tier reality warper. It's the lazy answer. And yet, because that's a lazy answer, I wouldn't go with it. Yeah, reality warper is such a lazy answer that it's not really something I should go with. That's a really good question. I'd honestly have to think about that. Because, like, there are lots of reality warpers out there, but, like, I'd have to think about that. It's an excellent question, Destructive. Okay, so the Fate Requiem collab is part of the Servantverse. That's actually happening in a couple months, so I guess I'll get more Servantverse questions, hopefully answered by then. I figured as much. What do you mean, Da Vinci? The original Temple of Artemis is best known as one of the 7 wonders of the world. Putting aside the fact that barely any piece of it still exists today, of course. And as Penthesilea alluded to, one of its legends was that the Amazons built it. And that said, I have no idea if the ruins we know of in the Turkey used to be the same temple she's talking about now. Honestly, I have a hard time believing it was the originally built to be this high. I mean, I do get the feeling they've been pictures and prose depicting the Temple of Artemis as stretching up to the clouds, but still. To be honest, I don't remember the temple my mother built very clearly, so I based this one loosely off my impression of it and added in a helping of my own original ideas. Still, this is what I ended up with when I stood before a holy grail I found and thought about how I wished for it to be a strong and powerful symbol of the Amazons. So I'm sure it's mostly faithful to the original, more or less. At any rate, the Amazons' retraining is coming along nicely. There were many complications at first, but by now most of them have regained their Amazonian sense of purpose. What was that? Wait, Miss CEO, it's not like that. We're still proud employees of Amazonist.com. We do get that, but we've been putting through workout after workout. Our muscles are so overloaded all the time, they feel like they're gonna burst. It's harder than anything I could have imagined, but then when all that seems to be in the darkest, you get an exhaustion high that makes you euphoric, enough to make us think, maybe this isn't so bad. Really, when you were thinking about it rationally, were we spending a lot of our time making deliveries? Yeah, I don't really know what the... Yeah, pretty much something on divine tier of reality warping. Like, divine tier reality warping. Something that would be able to create multiple universes, essentially. Again, though, that's a very lazy answer. So I'm trying to think. I'm trying to, like, parallel think. You know, just because it might... It would probably... It would definitely require work. Probably, like, either some sort of wizard from, like, the Forgotten Realms, which is essentially the D&D verse, or somebody, like, I don't know the full details, but, like, a hero from the Reincarnated as a Slime verse, because both of them can get pretty powerful insofar as, like, strength-wise, but they both take a fair bit of work to do so. So yeah, something along those lines. Something that I could grow. The gamer. Oh, having the gamer abilities would be awesome, actually. Yeah. But that's not really a thing. That's more of a skill set, I suppose, so, Sure, we might have got magical energy to keep us full, but it's not like we're earning much money. Maybe there's something to be said for working out to living to work out, too. Stop that. Just snap out of it. That's just brainwashing speaking. Great Universe is the only thing you can think of as the user of Amaterasu unit from Blaze Blue. Never honestly watched Blaze Blue. Never mind that now. You have a very twisted sense of servant resource management, getting your hooks into all of my employees like this. Regardless of my real target was always you, other me. My first goal was to teach you just how foolish this folly of yours truly is. Folly? You think this is folly? We Amazons are a tribe of warriors free at trivial online shopping services. I asked Hector to help me in my quest, even as I expected him to refuse, but to my surprise he accepted, nodding pleasantly with a strained expression on his face. Why would Hector want to help? Well, either way, I did agree to go along with it. The first plan was simple. I figured you would regain your old instincts if your company were to go under. So after I had secured your employees, I leaked information about their disappearance to those who bore you a grudge. So you had us dancing in the palm of your hand, did you? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Pantha is very clever. But I failed to foresee Chaldea, or rather Master, lending you aid. So I formed a second plan, lure you into this temple and obstruct your way with physical obstacles, in order to make you remember your warrior spirit. But unfortunately, it would seem that plan was a failure as well. So you leave me no choice. I'll simply have to end you myself. Any self of mine who has forgotten her warrior's pride and allowed herself to be degraded as beautiful as a self who should never be allowed to exist. That holds true regardless of where or in which galaxy she may be. So wait. Neither Penth is going off at the mention of beautiful, so is she allowed to say that word herself and not get triggered by it, I wonder? I see, it seems we have a misunderstanding. What? You think I forgot my warrior's pride? Observe any course of mystery on Earth, but you want reset, rewind if it turned out differently from what you want. Yeah, that kind of does sound a bit like it. What I would ideally want. What a joke. We are just as proud warriors as we have ever been. And at this point, my trustworthy companions here can tell you why that is just as well as I can, now that they have walked the same path as me. His objective perspective will soon put an end to your preposterous proposition. She gets a trigger from getting called it. But the thing is it's been demonstrated earlier in the event that, when Cleopatra mentioned that the architecture of this place is beautiful, she almost got triggered, and that's why she transitioned over to saying high in BP. I really don't know why YouTube keeps having pop-ups for me, by the way. It's weird. I have to figure out how to disable it from popping up while I'm streaming. I've turned off notifications as well, so I don't know why. Overseeing managing a facility and facilitating a company is anything but straightforward. There is not one thing in the world of business that can be resolved by something as simple as two sets of muscles clashing. We Amazons put our lives on the line every day we go to work. If we fail to follow our vision statement and claim victory in economic warfare, our kind will fall to ruin. All the more so if you have a responsible sister with such great integrity and earnestness that actually puts her in danger. Or a challenging sister who is physically strong but mentally weak. Alright, Margit. Well, it was nice chatting with you. Thank you for pointing out my new verbal tick. I look forward to you mentioning it in future streams after I've forgotten about it. But, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time, I hope. You have no idea what sort of battles I need to fight as CEO, and you underestimate them at your own peril. I'm not entirely sure what it is you're talking about, but I can see now that you do indeed have a warrior's resolve. In that case, there is nothing left to say. All that remains now is to use more traditional Amazonian methods of communication. I trust you know what I mean? Of course, from here on I will let my CEO Morningstar do all the talking. What kind of ridiculous name is that? That is just one more reason why you and I will never see eye to eye. I've heard of family quarrels between parents and children, between siblings before, but I'm not sure if that term applies in a fight between two versions of the same person. Talk to Emiya about that, Da Vinci, and you'll find out. Takamagahara, a machine run by the 3 AI that also observes and therefore shapes the world on the same scale, can also observe multiple universes simultaneously, so maybe that. Being multiversal does sound fun, but I don't know. Maybe something along those lines, yeah. That'd be pretty cool to be. I'd like to think it would be at least, but who knows? You know? Anyway, there's a pretty fundamental point of contention, so I doubt we can resolve it easily. But we can't just sit back and let them kill each other before we try. Do whatever you can to stop them, Soul. Roger, roger. Oh, the neck. Oh. I have some blood rushing in my head now. Alright, Amazonas employees, yes. Destroy the archers. Not Salter. The archers. Archers need to go bye-bye. Amazonas employees. Golden Roll is actually a good one. And then... Ooh, close. So close. Also, so useless of them to just buff their defenses. So useless. That is probably the first time I have ever done a Brave Chain with Uriel. Ever tell you about Electron's behavior fired through a double slit without an observer? I honestly feel like you have, like, as weird as it is to say, that does sound familiar. I'm almost certain you have mentioned that at some point. I just would not be able to place when you mentioned that. And we'll do this. Salter, obliterate. Good, we got the break. Yep, that's what I was worried about. And now it's all on Path. Or rather, Amazonas CEO. Alright, Miss CEO. Show your true self. What it means to be a CEO, I don't know. Still hilarious how her NP is just an ad reel. Darn. That was not as effective as I thought it would be. Get the charge drop off, Uriel. Or not. This one might require me to do a redo. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Withdraw. Okay. That is indeed interesting. I'm pretty confident that I can do it with this squad, though. I'm pretty confident I can do it with this squad. It's just going to be a matter of RNG, I suppose. And maybe, yeah, save. It's going to involve getting Uriel or David killed first, but we can save Salter's NP for after the break. That might be the best of the options. Alright, Salter, try to save your break. Or try and not kill so we can get some on Pen. Alright. That makes this a little easier. It's Penth Brave Chain, hopefully it's gonna be enough. Boom. Split one particle into two and diffuse into a wave unless there's someone observing it by higher camera. Interesting that it... But how do we know it does that if we can't observe it doing that is the question. Don't use any of those at the moment. Doot. Alright, Penth, please take out yourself, Amazon CEO. Not good hits. At the very least, by doing it this way. Oh shit! That was a smash on Salter. Why does this Penth smack so much harder? Doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Good. We did not get got. Now it comes down to, can an NP blast do sufficient enough oomph? Honestly, it's best for you to just get the stars. Oh, that's a good... Alright, Salter, do it! Finish her! Okay, it's a decent hit. Oh, come on! No! Shit. Highly annoying this is. Okay. Alright, Penth. You want to play this game? I'll play this game. Sorry, Salter. We need to go with somebody that is going to guarantee us victory here. Oi. Someone who's observing it always behaves as a particle, because after it splits, the electron charge will interfere with itself. That if somebody is observing it, always behaves as a particle, something or something. Interesting. I suppose that it probably, this falls under the School of Quantum Physics, then. Because it certainly sounds like quantum physics stuff. At the very least, the basic level quantum physics stuff, where if you're not observing it, is it alive or is it dead sort of ideal. Okay, now you're focusing Oi down. Really nice, guys. Really nice. Can you please focus down Uriel or David, game? Like, seriously.
いやいや卑怯なものだ証拠材な敵はこうだ
Okay. I'm reasonably confident in Oi's abilities.
タト様またカゴを変えやがった下にトーンときたよあらよ
Issue here is that you have to go slow and steady, which means Penth is going to get strong quite quickly.
ブラッシュアップが必要だ
Attack boost here. Need to break this first bar before we break out an enemy. Or at the very least, get a brave chain running. Still, that's pretty hard. Good crit. Oh boy. Penth is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Alright. Boy. Please, kill. Please. Oh, the overcharge effect! I forgot about that! I forgot about overcharge effect! Oh, that was decent damage. On to it. Oh, it's gonna be close. This is gonna be a close one. Oh, we got it. Oh, we got it. Barely. We barely freaking done it. Holy cow. There we go. This actually could be a very difficult battle for somebody that's not prepared for it. And the final portion. There's so many of you, Lord Apollo. Now the world's covered in 1/3 ocean, 2/3 you. Sounds like he's having a hell of a nasty dream. From the looks of it, it would seem he really were put through the ringer, so to speak. Is that seat taken? No, it's you. Not at all. Go for it. Thank you. Now then, I think we'd best have a little talk. I felt this might be coming. Indeed, for those of my ilk, knowledge is worth far more than money. Besides, it's all about time, you told me anyway. But why did you have me make that suggestion? Because I opened Cecilia a huge debt. When it comes to things like which of us made a bigger mark in history, or the fact that both of us ended up losing our lives to you-know-who, I honestly don't care all that much. And that golem I made is going to help you repay your debt to her. Probably, at least I think so. But I do know he's part of her, for better or worse. You can't disentangle them no matter how much you try. I see. And that's not the only reason when you get right down to it. I just don't want to pass up any chance I can get to make his life a living hell. Oh, that's quite the additional reason. I mean, if I don't, we may as well be fighting each other to the death again sometime. Good grief, it seems like the old warrior's disposition can be really burdened sometimes. Never thought I'd fight. I never thought fighting myself could be so fulfilling. This has turned out to be a much more exhilarating proposition than I had envisioned. Man, talk about birds of a feather. Not like that's any surprise, of course. Good, good. This is the sort of elation and exactly what we should strive for. I feel more heightened than ever before. My muscles, my battle sense, even my 5 normal senses. Same here, my 5 senses are. What's that smell? What's going on? They both stopped fighting and are now appear to be frantically searching for something. Ah, made him an Achilles golem. Looks like there's something hiding behind that pillar over there. Is that? It's the carrier golem. It's secretly Achilles. It's you. He's here. I can smell him, and all the more so now that my senses are so heightened. It's you, isn't it, Achilles? I really do want to know what the Servant verse has against Penth has against Achilles. Oh wow, it's the both of them. That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, this will be fine. I really want to know what the Servant verse Penth has against Achilles. A Servant verse Achilles, I suppose. Fatal battle. Load carrying golem.
こんにちは。Amazones.com で電品を確認しよう。
Oh wow, that's a... I didn't even realize that was a... Here. No, wait, it's 2 different. The fact that they're both support is going to get so confusing. Okay. No need to go that far there. Load carrying golem. Honestly though, this feels a little bit unfair. At least it doesn't NP. Okay, so the CEO has an NP, a brave chain. Oh, lovely train. And it's Achilles! Damn, he saw through. Evasion, son of a biscuit. How long does the evasion last? Just 2 evasions proper. NP does not ignore evasion. Okay. And these buffs last for 2 more turns? Okay. In that case... blast through the evasions. And I'm sorry, Achilles, but it's just time for you to die, man. It's just time for you to die, Achilles. If this was the real Achilles, this would be his worst nightmare. Or at least very close to it. Aw, I didn't get to use both of their NPs. Circlets. Okay. Foe. Achilles was inside the golem. Oh crap. Can't believe they found me even with Avis Braun's work covering me up. I guess it just goes to show how sharp their instincts are right now. Yeah, expand. Dealing with 2 demigod class berserkers is rough. And one's is rough, especially when they don't care if they get injured or not. Yeah, I don't like my chances against them. Better get while the getting is good. So, get back here. Achilles, I don't care what happens to me, but you will be going nowhere. Stop, don't go after him. Achilles will be okay thanks to his chariot, but if you 2 jump from here, not even the fact that your servants will save you. You really think they're going to listen to reason right now? I haven't accompanied you all the way this final delivery, just on a whim. I accompanied you because as your first non-outsourcing partner company, and the one who decided to follow the next generation of Amazonas.com where it goes, I thought it was my duty to see this through to the end. You see, I too have come to believe in Amazonas.com's future. And I won't have it ending here like this. Don't worry, I know just what to do. Yeah! I'm sure you won't be able to listen to reason now that you've gone so berserk, but I'm certain my cosmic beauty will be something you'll never forget. Special poison? Now, where were they? There. Those cardboard box on it. A little origami to send them on their way, and there. What'd they do? Looks like putting those cardboard boxes on their heads got them to stop. That's hilarious. Just like reducing a pet's field of vision to get them to calm down. That's hysterical. So I doubt that'll hold them for long. Mind saying something to them, soul? You two kicked ass and won. We won? About time they finally settled down. No, this was no victory. He got away. We failed to finish him off even fighting him together. I'm in no way satisfied with these results, but that said, just the fact that we managed to surpass him just now. Thanks to that, I think I've gained a new insight. And that is... if two of me together were able to beat him. That means I can beat him myself, as long as I become twice as strong as I am now. And in that case, my test is clear. All I need to do is train twice as much as I have so far. Then, or I rearm myself from a different galaxy, those are the same calculations I've arrived at as well. I have a new wonderful directive which now focuses my synergies. You never paid him much mind before, but I take it you also have your reasons for needing to end him. Of course I do, though I can't say what they are, as even just remembering them Amazonates my brain. I'm sorry, Amazonates? Servant verse term. At any rate, the fact remains that he is my mortal enemy. In fact, it would be no exaggeration to say that I founded Amazonas to come for the sole purpose of killing him. See, if there are strengths that can only be acquired through business, then it stands to reason that there are enemies who can only be killed through business. Exactly. That does make sense. Very well, my other self. I now understand that you are indeed me. All that matters is that you live to kill him, just as I do. Any other differences we have is trivial. I'm glad you understand. It would seem you are just as much a CEO as I am. Now they're firmly shaking hands like they've come to an understanding. Fofo. There, some parts of their reconciliation still don't make sense to other people like me, but I suppose the important thing is that they were in fact reconciled. That said, there's still one issue that has yet to be resolved. What do we have to do? We're still Amazonas.com employees. It's our inedible part of our souls. At this point, we could do our delivery jobs in our sleep, which will never change. But we've also seen that there's more to life than just work. It's true, we realize now that there's a lot to be said for forgoing deliveries and just working out all the time, and that Amazonas.com didn't always treat its employees super well. Well, I understand your hesitations. All I ask is that you hear me out for just a moment, Miss CEO. It was a lot of hard work coming to it this far, especially since I was the only one around to do it. If I had not been fortunate enough to run into Chaldea and be willing to bend my principles to sign my first outsourcing contract with them, I would have never made it here. Not only them, I must also thank the other companies that I formed partnerships with, like the madams there. Indeed, the only reason I managed to overcome this tremendous challenge was because of their help. So I've decided to change my thinking with regards to next generation initiatives. I see now that change is not to be feared and that flexibility is the key to seizing profits. I have learned that I need to innovate the fundamentals of my labor system, not only my approach, my outsourcing. So what are you saying? To put it simply, I have matured to a CEO who understands how people feel. I promise you that from now on, Amazonas.com will strive to pay its employees with more magical energy than ever before. I also vow to double your bonuses and your number of paid days off. What? However, the choice is to come back, work remains yours. What will you say? When can we start? That sounds like a very good deal. This is like a dream come true. Wait, I'm not actually dreaming, am I? I've heard of this paid vacation. It's when you only don't have to work, but you get, paid. Now that you mention it, I think I heard about things like this before I joined Amazonas.com, too. I forgot all about them thanks to all the fun I was having running around getting into fights on my deliveries. No way, is that really legal? You're sure the Galactic Police aren't going to throw us in the Galactic Slammer? Yeah, Amazonas, company anthem. I guess the idea of taking paid vacation never occurred to them before, since their leisure time was always just used for work. Oh. Anyway, once they've returned to their jobs at Amazonas.com, they should wrap up this latest case nicely, right? I think it's wonderful that they'll get to be paid more and get to take vacations. Companies who face little existential threat, crises like this tend to bounce back stronger than before. This could end up being Amazonas into an even bigger monster than it was before. Speaking as a rival CEO, I look forward to seeing where you go from here, and to continue our high BP working relationship, so we may both reap the benefits for years to come. Cosmic. Well, Master, it looks like you did it again. Congratulations on a job well done. I'm sure the last thing you need right now is to go back to your regular duties. So why don't you head back to the relaxation facilities for the time being? Sure thing, Mash. You're coming with me to the spa. And we get a quartz. And 3 hearts. And a lantern. And the epilogue, which will give us a grail. Epilogue. Quiet. Peace. I'm gonna miss this place. Yeah, it seems like a pretty cool place. Oh, you're still here. Have you been cleaning? The place looks spotless. You didn't have to go through all that trouble. I got a lot of use, so yeah. I see. I already considered this working relationship win-win since you did your job so well, but if you insist... At any rate, we should head outside. I won't be able to cut the space off if we're still inside it. I have set it so once I step through the return portal, or Sajet Pyramid Himeji Castle, was it? At any rate, it will sever the connection between this castle and my warehouse and relaxation facilities. Still, if you were to remain here and end up left behind at headquarters once the connection is lost, I cannot say I would be displeased. Yeah, sadly, I've got a planet to save. Good, you're here. So you've come. Oh, if it isn't me from this galaxy, are you here to send me off as well? Hey, there's no denying that she's the best one suited to say goodbye on our behalf. Aside from Sol, of course. That said, I can't promise that there's nobody else around watching from a distance. Do not misunderstand, I'm not here for any so weak and touchy-feely as a send-off. I'm here as a Queen of the Amazons because I realized I forgot to tell you something important. No, if this is about the resources you agree to pay me for the trouble you've caused, I've already received them. Oh. Good Queen is one who rarely admits when she has made an error in judgment. Any nation governed by royalty refuses to admit that they are at fault will inevitably fall to ruin. Indeed, the same can be said for companies and CEOs. Now, what is it you forgot to tell me? I've given it some thought, and it stands to reason that there's a man like Achilles in your world, galaxy, as well as mine. And just as you were driven to end his existence here in my world, I have no intention of letting him continue breathing in yours. Indeed, he must pay for his transgression no matter where he may be, so I would like to officially entrust you to kill the Achilles from your world. Is that all? Needless to say, we are firmly in consensus. And the same goes to you, whether it takes make sure you kill your Achilles as well. Of course, while I don't expect to do anything differently than I have thus far, I swear on my queenhood that I will. Then as CEO, I promise you I will hold up my end of the bargain. I'll be sure to send you a written agreement later attesting that, so please look forward to it when it arrives. Must be hard for you-know-who, always being under proverbial crosshairs no matter which world version he's in or which world he's in. Yeah, kind of poor Achilles, you know? Gotta hope his life keeps getting hard for him. Serves him right. Though, you know, I gotta say, I was hoping coming face to face with another version of himself would kick the penicillin needed to help to herself. Guess that was wishful thinking. Really, when you stop to think about it, I'm not sure anything's actually changed for her except on the inside. Still, I guess I did accomplish my minimum goal that I was shooting for, so at least there's that. Are you hoping Penthesilea will find some kind of solace? Hard to say, in the end, the only one who can say what the solace means to her is Penthesilea herself. The fact that it took me this long to figure out something that obvious just goes to show how presumptuous I've been. So as far as I'm concerned, all I ended up doing here was paying her back for helping us out. That's true, we do owe her a lot. I still remember how sad everyone was in Troy when Achilles killed you. And how encouraging it was to see her and her golden warriors arrive to help us. I really thought I knew what kind of firepower the Achaeans were packing. But then those precious few Amazons showed up to help, with Penthesilea insisting on upholding the Oracle's prophecy to atone for her sins. Man, talk about awkward. So, yeah, I figured I could at least do for an awkward growl like that, just to repay her the debt I owe her. Let's stick my nose in where arguably didn't belong, and provide a little non-awkwardness where it was needed. So that's why you convinced Avesprot to approach me back when I was twiddling my thumbs with nothing to do. I swear you Trojans wouldn't know how to face a problem head-on if it bit you in the ass. That's Achilles, come on, big bro. Lord Apollo, let's get him. I wouldn't if I were you. We don't want to make so much noise that Penthesilea and her CEO hear us. But hey, since we are all here, mind telling me something? I might have had Avesprot suggest something to you that I thought could get the ball rolling, so to speak, but you're the one who took him up on it. How come? If you got tired of being a hero of Achaea and decided you'd rather be a golem from now on, I can understand. But I'm guessing it's probably not that, is it? Of course it's not, you dumbass. What's that? Some kind of insult? Oh, for it's because I saw the other one of her for the first time. The CEO, you mean? Yeah, I'd heard rumors about her, but when I found out she was real, I couldn't help but wonder how things stood between her and the other me. I assumed that out there was I assume's out there where she's from, and yeah, I know she's not going to treat myself any different. I don't know what happened to her that makes her go berserk at just hearing my name. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's my fault. I just figured I ought to find out what it was, find out what happened, and why she ended up that way. But of course, I couldn't ask her directly. I knew she'd go berserk the moment she saw my face, so instead you thought you'd get up close call, sneaky, like some kind of spy or something. I can see that. She might have well ended up dropping a hint or two in front of the carrier golem while she was talking with Master or someone. Well, Lord Apollo, looks like we've got a stalker in our hands. Can it wolf for brains? These aren't my brains. This is Lord Apollo's divine fleece. So you figure it out then? Because I got no clue. Must be a hell of a secret of hers. I don't think she even told Master about it. No, can't say I did. All I found out is that she hates me just as much, if not more, than Penthesilea does. If her rating wasn't enough, it's also pretty clear from how hard she hit me. And that said, I do have a pretty good idea of one thing from now. Whatever that other me did must have been at least as humiliating as me complimenting her looks on the battlefield. Wait, don't tell me you actually regret that now, do you? Hell no. If anything, I'm relieved that I'm still me no matter where I go. Even if I might not be exactly everyone's cup of tea. Fair. He is still a Achilles. I doubt that other me has any regrets either. All I can say for sure is that the other me and her clearly have a strong connection as Penthesilea and me. I'm good with that. It might be a connection forged from hate and fury, but it's still part of us. Just knowing that's true everywhere we go is a win in my book. Finding out the other versions of you are just as hopeless as you are sure isn't what I'd call a win. I don't know why you think it is. Maybe because you've still got your youth? Either way, I hate it. Mind if I throw a rock at you? I'm not sticking around much longer. I only wanted to say what I wasn't your puppet. After all, I'm sure I would have found out the same thing on my own, with or without your help. Don't fling your sour grapes at us just because you're mad you lost. Here, big brother. I couldn't find any rocks, but I did grab some roof tiles. Don't bother, he's already long gone. I swear, you'd think he had the decency not to show off how fast he can run to this old man whose back and legs still practically giving out. Your back aside, isn't it really bad for a servant's legs to be giving out? Yeah, I know. Poor Hector. I do like these more serious bits where the work gets a bit revealed. Alright, I better be on my way. I cannot keep my employees waiting forever, after all. If you should ever decide to get out of the Queen business and into CEO, just let me know and I will send you a copy of my autobiography. I think you would get a lot out of it. Right. As for you, Soul, your help has been invaluable. It's been a great learning experience. I may have said this before, but I firmly believe that crises can lead to unprecedented opportunities. If it hadn't been for this predicament, I might have never broken out of my comfort zone and shifted Amazonas.com paradigm to incorporating outsourcing. I now know that relying on other companies for help can actually quite nice. For that, I'm grateful. In fact, I think I might just keep the system going. At this point, I think I would even be comfortable working with freelancers in addition to companies. Perhaps I could call it Amazonas Flex Time. And the tagline could be, now you two can be in Amazon whenever you like. What do you think? Yeah, part-time work? Maybe. Absolutely not. Why not? I may have only been helping out from the back end, but from what I saw, I thought Senpai was excellent. Exactly, it would be a waste to employ such a talent and drive only part-time, so I'll only ask you this once. Would you consider joining Amazonas.com as an official full-time employee? Yeah, I've got other things I need to take care of, unfortunately. I see. That is a shame, but I understand. In that case, in light of all your exceptional works thus far, I will make you a special honorary employee instead. Thank you, I'm honored. Alright, I best be on my way. I do not typically go in for sentimentality, but I will say this, I believe this incident will stay with me for the rest of my life. It has turned out to be a major chapter in the newest edition of my autobiography. You'd think there'd be more chances for all of us to pitch in and have fun like this, but they don't actually come around all that often, do they? They really don't. As will I, no, scratch that. There is no need to miss me, my valued customer/honorary employee. If you wish to see me again, I will be there. That is who we are. That is what we do. But remember, with a single click, Amazonas.com will deliver anything anywhere in the galaxy. Farewell, we look forward to your next order. Something like that would be awesome, to be able to just order things like that. That'd be pretty cool. Afterward. After agreeing that its missing employees and recovering from most of the dire straits it's faced since its founding, Amazonas.com soon went on to resume its normal operations. Despite the setback, it quickly regained all the momentum it had lost and then some, going on to achieve even greater success thanks to its new partnerships with other companies. In time, Amazonas.com began introducing innovative and timely new services and expanded their offerings with high-quality products to better match their customers' needs. Eventually, the Amazon CEO decided that securing a safe delivery route for employees would improve their quality of life and provide company with tremendous resource savings. So she set about making arrangements to purchase a galactic highway. Although every expert shook their heads and said it was a bit too big of a challenge, she and her Amazons used their overwhelming muscle power to make it happen, leading to them and the company growing even further. Eventually, Amazonas Takama would become one of the most influential organizations in the entire Servantverse, but that is a story for another time. Oh, please, please give us this. I need these Servantverse stories. Oh, please, we need more Servantverse stuff. It's amazingly awesome. And it's not even a chest, it's a crit. Oh, that's a cardboard box. That's good. That was good. And we get the Holy Grail. And the wardrobe key for the CEO set. Alright. So next is the next floors, as well as the challenge quest being available. I do want to see if I need to complete the raids to proceed forward, so I'm going to keep going here for a little while, at the very least. Yeah, for at the very least a little while, I'm going to just keep going with the stream. But after I've gotten to whatever the first raid is, if I can proceed past it without doing it, I will probably do the rest of this content off-stream, except for the raids and the challenge quest, which will obviously take place in next week's stream, sometime next week at least. But yeah, it's been a fun event. It has been a fun event. Oh, jeez. That's a big health thing. Very big health thing. Hey, J6, welcome to the stream. How be things? And that's completely alright, man. That is completely alright. I will say, I am approaching the end of stream for the day. I kind of just want to get through to finding the first raid and seeing if I have to complete the raid to progress forward through the effect, you know? Of course, I have no idea when that is, so yeah, could be here for a while. Hopefully not, though. I hope I'm not here for a while. That was a crit. Very nice. But how be things for you, J6? How be things? Also, it is the Artemis Tower again. Another 10 blazies. Okay, so I guess I do need to store some things. I guess for now, store the 5-star embers. And I guess store a good Hondo. Well, the 4-star embers should be fine. Pipes are still frozen. Ouch. I've not gotten to raids yet. No, I just completed the main story portion of the event and am now working on the rest. Just now completed it. So I don't know where the raids are. I'm hoping, though, that I don't need to complete the raids to progress further. Hoping. Hey, that's alright, Destructive. That is perfectly alright. Cherish your time with your grandmother. Cherish it. Because I can't do that anymore, sadly. I cannot do that anymore. But, you know, it happens. It is life. Oh, come on, Paracelsus. That was sad, man. You couldn't kill the random mobs. For shame, Paracelsus. For shame. Kill them now, at the very least. Okay. Can't believe it took him 2 NPs to do it. So hopefully I can just fight the raids separately, although I might just give the first raid a shot if it isn't too deep in. I don't want to know how... I kind of want to know how many raids there are in this event, but I also don't want to know at the same time, you know? Archers, so we need Lancers. Shanta. Honestly, I'm just gonna go... I'm actually gonna be tapping into my lower tiered level servants here soon. That's fine, though. That's fine. After all, I've pretty much gone through more than half of my roster, actually. Because I did say I have enough servants to pull off 65 runs of a thing. So it does check out. Okay, that's useless then. At the very least, there's single waves again of enemies. Because the AoEs can mop that up very nicely. Dun 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 dun. Well done, Gianta, well done. Tell got 2 bond levels from that. That's hilarious. You returned the PS4 your friend gifted you under the pretense of using for Elden Ring. Oh. Interesting that you've done that, but you know, I mean, I can understand why you might do that, you know? I can understand why you might. Let's see. Are you AoE, Geronimo? Geronimo is AoE, okay. Geronimo, I don't think I've ever used your NP here, so I'm gonna see Geronimo's NP for the first time ever! Probably first time ever. I can't recall ever using it before, so... Of course it's a double wave. Of course now you'd be a double wave node. Just had to prove me wrong, game, didn't you? You wouldn't spend time on Elden Ring. Understandable. It's not... The game series isn't for everyone, after all. Geronimo, why did you have to be used on a wave that wasn't just straight forwards? For shame, game. For shame. Tricking me like this. Poor innocent lad like me being tricked by a cruel, cruel game. Yeah, Geronimo just recently got leveled for me. I don't remember who, but somebody put points in him in the level up order list, so... Speaking of which, I am going to have to be skipping around in that list, I've determined, because the current top 2 positions require either 70 Void Dust or 70 plus Bones, neither of which I have available to me. So I'm probably going to have to skip over them for others. What is your NP, Geronimo? Is it Buster? It's Arts, of course it's Arts. Also, is this the same floors as before? I don't think it is. He calls the power of the sun upon his enemies. And that actually hit pretty decently. Okay. So Geronimo's got a pretty decent hit in NP. You return it when you ask him if his family would enjoy the money from selling it more than I'd enjoy using it, because you only get 4 games or so on it. That is fair, man. That is fair. That is very selfless of you to do, Destructive. Selfless and wise. You're very wise, Destructive. Realizing such things. Very wise indeed. Assassin node. So we need another. We need to use another caster. I'm pretty sure that you are not damaging. Yeah, you're a passive NP, so let's go to our 4 stars. Gil. Almost through all of our archers. Final Fantasy VII Art isn't even a PS exclusive anymore. Yeah, a lot of PS exclusives aren't being PS exclusives anymore. Like, I know God of War apparently just came out for PC, God of War 2018, which is kind of awesome, not gonna lie. That was a great game, and I'm happy that more people get to experience it now, but pretty cool. Kind of wondered why they made that decision, but, you know, I'm not going to question it, because it's an awesome decision. Very nice. Oh, come on, Gil. You can take care of these pharmacists much more quickly than this. Well, now it's going to take another 3 turns at minimum, unless I NP here. Do I just NP here? Probably not. Yeah. NP. Get it done. Spider-Man games, even though they're games you can only play. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you overcame that justification that you gave yourself does speak a lot as to why you didn't need it. You know? Again, very insightful of you. Subscription frequenter. Oh no. He's gonna become Hyde. All shorts. I don't remember if his NP does damage as well, so I'm gonna just throw the evasion on Gil, just to be safe. Now, Gil, please generate enough charge to get an NP here. Oh, come on, Gil. You're better than that, Gil. You're better than that. It heals him too. Interesting. I guess BA Q at this point will be enough. At the very least, Hyde will only get 1 attack off. Oh, you bastard. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice at all, Hyde. That was very rude of you, Hyde. Very, very rude. Now you will pay the price by dying. Please die. Hyde. Come on, Gil, you can do it. Oh, just got it. Just got it. Bond 1 with Artemis. Gunpowder. That was the 5th floor, which is Lenovi's. Okay. Still no raid. I am very tempted to just straight up ask you guys when exactly the raids will show themselves. Let's go Lip here. I am very much tempted to just ask you guys when I will get the first raid. and if I can just bypass them, but I'm just gonna keep going. At this point, I might run through all my servants first, honestly, which will be kind of funny. Okay, we're back to single things, so... Rest Valley first, and then Trash and Crush. And do that. And that's point. So... Close, I suppose. Very, very close to the kill. And to finish it off, please, Lip. Ah, again, so close. Alright, now we've got it. There we go. There we go. Bond 1, Orion. And Rider Monuments. And Reflector or the stream might have just crashed there. I think it's... Yep, it was Reflector that crashed. Hang on. Stop mirroring. And then restart the mirroring. It's the first time it's crashed in a while, I suppose. Damn it! Realize what I was saying too late. Too late. Okay, come on, Gabe. You know, he does, doesn't he? Thinking back on it at his NP, he does, doesn't he? Reflector, are you not gonna... Hang on, I gotta close out of Reflector. Completely here. And hope that works. Yes, I know it's unable to connect because I closed the program. Come on, Reflector. Relaunch. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. 6601. Alright, there we go. Just need to readjust the screen and all that. That should be good. Still not seeing any raids, by the way. Alright, Lancer. So we need Seba. Lily. We'll be fine. Let's go, Lily. Let's go. Oh, stretch, 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 stretch. Prefers bank cash. Alright, I'll probably be... I might be... If I find a raid soon, I will probably be done soon, J6. So, just in case I don't catch you, thanks for stopping by, man. And I will talk to you later. Alright, Lily. You can do it. Destroy these knights. Close. She did have 3 NP strengthening up things. You're gonna prepare for hide and seek. Prepare for hide and seek. Oh, it's an event in Genshin. Gotcha. You had me confused there. You very much had me confused there. As to why you were preparing for a hide and seek. It's like, I don't remember saying anything about hide and seek. But it's not all about me. That was an easy enough one, even if it didn't do one shot, but it's fine. Lily is still a novice Seba after all. Fruit, floor 8. Rider, so we need Assassin. I will take Donzo. And we're almost at the end of my low-level servants. The end approaches for the low levels until we have to start making squads full of strong. Been busy lately? Understandable. Being too busy to stream is a very reasonable thing, and of course, it is not a one-way thing. Why can you not have an established pattern here, damn it? An established pattern would make this so much more easy to figure out what to expect. At least Donzo is strong. Frozen pipes still be frozen. Yeah, and that does quite honestly sound like it'd be a pain. This is why I hate the cold. This is why I'm an advocate for summer and spring to be declared year-round things, you know? If we just declared it to be summer and spring year-round, I'm sure the cold weather would get the message that nobody wants it and go away. The only time we should get snow is Christmas. It can drop a foot of snow on Christmas Day and then have it all and stick around until New Year's Day where it all just melts and gets warm again. Anything else? No. Okay, Donzo. Destroy. I think Reflector just crashed again. Yeah, Reflector just crashed again. So, I think Reflector is just going to be going on a crashing spree here at this point, which means that it's going to be pointless for getting it back up at this point. So, I guess since there is no more story components to the event, I will probably do the rest off stream. If it does require me to do a raid before progressing further, what I might do is just at a later point in time release an independent video where it's just all of the raids, I suppose, could be something I do. But I really cannot afford to spend any more streams doing this event, because I have to be done with my Nuzlocke by a week from now. Less than a week from now, at that. So I'm already probably going to be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week with just pure Pokemon. So yeah, I'm going to have to call this stream here. So I have been Soulrack Dragon. I hope that you all enjoyed this stream. Sorry for the bit of technical difficulties at the end, but what can you do? If you did enjoy, be sure to leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. And be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same names, same games, all of it to be watched. But once again, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.